That looks like shit.
All right, yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, you can just run it whenever. I'll just.
Oh, we can run it whenever.
Just start when ready.
We're always ready. You know why?
Why is that?
'Cause this is the Sons of Trier game night. Hey.
Oh fuck!
Drop the bombs, man.
I didn't bring no money to. I didn't bring no money to gamble on these fighting monsters with.
Well, that's clearly your mistake.
Well, I'll still
No-
take your money.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
we'll
that's
take it
fair.
just
Fair
fine.
enough. Ain't that what this is? Ain't that how this done got so popular? Is you gamble on these here fighting monsters?
Absolutely. You can
That's just
gamble
what
on
I
these
Yeah,
fighting
always
yeah.
assumed.
monsters anytime.
I've never played any of these, but that's just what I always assumed. Is I assumed that you was gambling on the outcome of this here monster fight.
Hey, they finally got in. They're finally getting after Nintendo for using Foxconn. They're finally getting hit to that, huh? When it's every goddamn company.
Dang, well that's certainly going to be the end of a game about gambling on fighting monsters because man, they done shut down both kinds of monster fighting down here all over town that we had.
That's
Used to could
exactly what they started with too. Gambling
used
cards, bro. It's
used
full
to could
circle.
used to could fight roosters and pit bulls. But no, not anymore. Now they go around and say those ain't monsters. That one's just a chicken, and that one is a type of dog. But it's
That's
bullshit.
that's
It's
Pitbull the
bullshit.
rapper. That's not a Pitbull.
Yeah. No, it's bullshit though. Both of them are monsters, and it is legal to bet on fighting monsters. It just is. I don't
Pitbull
know what
use rap. Enemy is confused. Oh, we should have been a girl. God damn it.
Ah, you fail us every time, America.
not as
I
hard
won't
as I'm
have
failing.
ovaries.
Not as hard as I'm feeling. I'm trying to twist Mr. Worldwide into a Pokemon name, and I got nothing. I got nothing.
What should I name? I was gonna go with the classic My Dude.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that one works good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that one. Because you always want to think about, especially, there's no voiceover, it's just text, it's the good old days. You always want to think about how it's going to work in the sentences that are in the game. Like, if everybody is addressing you by that all the time, then you definitely want to think about your choice going in.
All right.
And it doesn't
Oh,
just have to correctly be something for your character, it can
Oh,
be anything, really.
this is crucial.
we need a rival name.
It's got to be Adam Smith. Oh, we don't have that much room.
Adam.
Shit.
Oh, Smith.
Ah.
So close.
We could do Adam SMT, SMH,
Yeah.
ADM.
Fucking Adam Smith.
If we do ADM instead of ADAM, we can get SMTH.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Kinda-
it.
It's going to turn out to be the acronym for some evil shit that we've never heard of, and they're going to start showing up. Hey,
You've
what's going
summoned
on?
Adam Smith.
Hey, what's
I
going
mean,
on?
you got to be more evil than actually Adam Smith.
Hey guys, we're the we're the
Adam STH.
we're
Or
the
STP.
we're the American Dynastic Monarchy Society. Fuck. Hang on. We're the American Dynastic Monastic Society for Monarchic Society for fuck. Fuck.
So
For the
that looks like Adam Sith, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Fucking Adam Smith.
God damn Adam Smith every
This
time.
fucking error. All
nah
right.
fucking
So the game is going. I will ask for input on any prompts or things that need to be done. We can go ahead and start talk about whatever now if you want.
Fucking for real though, this thing was fucking legit currency. Okay, my whole entire life, I've watched the value on a physical copy of this bitch go up. My whole entire life. When it fucking came out, everybody had 2 or 3 laying around, and like you could steal one from your younger brother or whatever because you weren't into Pokemon yet or whatever. Like every because the fucking youngest kids were hip first. That's Pokemon was the reverse. Uh, but no, so you'd see like thousands of them floating around at the fucking playground at school or whatever, and they would have almost no trade value anywhere. They would be super cheap at a yard sale for years and years and years, until finally they start getting hard to find, and you just
Mhm.
see the value just creep up on this little motherfucker.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
the red, like the original red,
yeah,
yellow, green. That shit's like
yeah.
$70 now.
I would love to see
My
the
nephew didn't.
line.
My nephew never played it, and I was like, "Oh, you haven't played a Pokemon, and you're a Pokemon fan? What the fuck?" Or this remedy this, and it's like $70. Like what?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's fucking probably higher than that now. I would love to see side by side the ascending lines on what if you just bought 500 copies of fucking Game Boy Advance Pokemons instead of a bunch of Bitcoins and shit. I would like to see for real, like because I don't think the motherfucker ever went down. Once it started going up, it just went up. It got rarer and rarer, and for whatever reason, even though you can get a ROM, get a fucking ROM, for whatever reason, people wanted to run that little motherfucker in an actual GBA that somebody had fixed up, or maybe they just had, had one that was never used. Like people wanted the exact shit.
Oh man, who should we go with? I feel like Squirtle Squad would be one. What are you guys
Ooh.
thinking?
Oh. You know, uh, I always go with Charmander personally. So for the group, I think Squirtle Squad's the way to go.
Yeah,
I've tried all of them, literally.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
But he,
I'm not.
but yeah, he's pretty sufficiently communist.
I'm not about missing opportunities to say the word Squirtle. I'm not about that. Like it doesn't come up in conversation a lot, and it's hard if other people are having a conversation that isn't about Pokemon to just be like, "Oh yeah, well, hey, you guys ever start with Squirtle?" Like it's hard to work Squirtle in, you know?
No, it's not if you really try.
I got so many bits I could fucking do if you could work Squirtle into more conversations, but they go undone. They don't
Oh, that's
get
not enough
done.
characters. I'm gonna just name them Squad. Oh, I can name them the N-word. No, I don't want to do that. I can name him Snowflake. No, I'll save Snowflake for somebody else. He's just be Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
Squad goals. Adam Smith, quit taking shit, you jerk.
That dick. Every time.
Sorry to interrupt. You were going off about something.
Oh yeah. We need to get Squirtle in the more regular conversations somehow.
Mhm.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
Well, all their
But
names are
I feel
fucking
like
ridiculous.
if we do, they're gonna try to cancel them.
It's somebody else's bit, and if you're listening to this, you probably know whose bit it is. But all their names are fucking hysterical. Ekans being a snake is fucking hysterical. We're not going to do that because that's somebody else's that's cool. That's their bit. That is literally the fucking letters of the word snake rearranged. Fuck, I'm doing it. I'm doing the bit. All right. I'm not going to do that bit. That's somebody else's bit. But all their names are fucking hysterical. There's not a one of them that isn't just like really, like really.
Really, guys? Really, guys?
Speaking of naming them slurs, did they? Okay, what is the total list of the ones that got changed for looking like gollywogs and shit? Like, is it just the Hawaiian one, or wasn't there another one?
What?
Like, yo, okay, so there's one that's like a hula dancer. And like at first, when Pokemon first came out, it was fucking like blackface, like minstrel. It was,
Jinx,
yeah,
Oh,
Jinx.
it was Jinx,
I
yeah.
think
it
she's on
was,
here.
it was minstrel AF.
Yo, I'm gonna name her my Nick.
Like, you couldn't possibly do anything more offensive to it than was already done to it in Japan by the Japanese that created it. You
I'm gonna
couldn't
name her. I'm gonna
possibly.
name her. I'm gonna name her Tip Drill.
But I'm trying to think if there was another one. Or maybe there was one that was shaped too much like a cock, they finally decided.
Hey.
Which a lot of them are. I don't know if you even want to go down that road. Like, if I was the Pokemon guy, I wouldn't start pointing out how many of the little cute monsters I created look like cock. I wouldn't start that.
Well, to be fair, they don't really like deny an idea for a Pokemon. They just kind of like, well, what if we try this?
Yeah, it's kind of like what the way it started to get like Mega Man 7, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of
you got a
like the
whole
way it
roster.
started to get.
You got a roster to fill, my dude.
Yeah. What about Dust Man? You know, and
My guy.
he busts in and he's got the 2 vacuum cleaner arms and he's like, "I'm Dust Man. What about
But
it?
by the
Can I
time they hit
fight?"
by the time they hit Mega Man 8, they were just like, okay, kids, you make them. We don't even know anymore. That's how you got Clown Man.
Yeah, Clown Man. Clown Man's already in there, like already looking way too ready to
Hey,
fight a
yo,
guy
we
who's
got a
already
Clown
murdered
Man.
like No, it's fine, guys. I'll use my clown
Yo,
tricks.
Clown Man is the stone cold killer, bro. He's Joker.
They're like, look, Clown Man, look, Vacuum Cleaner Man. This blue motherfucker has already murdered like 60 robots, okay? I don't know if a clown and a vacuum cleaner, they're like, nah!
Super fighting robots.
Nah, I just don't care anymore, man. I'm Clown Man. Kill that motherfucker at least once or twice until he memorizes my pattern. Then I don't know.
How you
Dust
doing?
Man, what do you
How you,
got?
how you doing, Clown Man? You got some cocaine?
I'm sure that's what he looked like. I don't even have to fucking Google Mega Man, Clown Man right now. I'm sure 100% that he looked like a little 8-bit Dr. Roxo. That is exactly what he looked like.
No, he's a little sleeker than that. He's like a kid design, so he looks kind of like interesting.
How
It's
many of
definitely a
those
clown, but it's not like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
how many of those did they do? Did they do 2 or 3 Dr. Roxo episodes on that fucking ridiculous
I
thing?
think we did like 3. Because there was the
Man,
one where he had to go to rehab. There was the introductory one, and then I think there was one after that.
they got a lot of shit. We're always end up talking about the fucking Boondocks. They got a lot of shit needs to come back around. But I don't know if you
Oh,
could bring Metalocalypse back. That was a pretty singular thing.
metal.
I mean, you set out to do a fucking parody of some shit, and half the shit you make is legit.
Yeah.
Like I've been thinking about that type of shit a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like you set out to do that shit, and then the shit you do comes out like that good. Like you didn't really fuck up. You know, you can't really say that you failed to create a parody of something because you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'd be
Especially
like
when it's fucking good.
it'd be like if Weird Al was gonna do a parody of some shit, and when he got done, he was like, "This is fucking great." Like he didn't fuck up exactly.
Weird Al. I haven't thought of him in a while.
How is Weird
Watch him make
Al?
a comeback tomorrow.
I imagine like
He's
massive
gonna
like
drop an album.
Resistance Lib, like LA kind of guy.
Oh, Weird Al mumble rapping. Hell yeah.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Doing like the triplets, like he's zanned out of his
Oh,
gourd,
yeah.
like under his breath, just like
So good. He wouldn't even have to make shit up. He'll just make a song about doing pills.
yeah, oh yeah.
And they'd be like, oops, that's not what it's about. That's what it's about? Really? Damn.
Because they all are. I don't know. I feel like you catch these kids slipping. I feel like that
Opiates.
if the lyrics to your
Opiates.
track
Hey.
are all that you wanna take all the benzos, so there's none left for anybody else, and then die because
All
that
the
would be
benzos in
epic.
the world.
Yeah, you would take them all
He
and
wants to
then
drown in a
die.
money. He wants to drown in a money pit of benzos.
And like every track is like, yo, I'm gonna either doing that right now or I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. Like that's all the lyrics. But some of y'all are so good with your fucking mix and even some of your lyrics, even sometimes, even the white ones, even occasionally one of you white kids is good enough with the lyrics.
Hang on. Let's not get too excited there.
I'm not gonna say
No,
what
no,
percentage of
I
times.
follow. There's a
Yeah,
percentage of M&Ms out there, bro.
yeah.
There's non-zero number of M&Ms.
But
I've
that's
I've met some at parties. They just that was their learning phase. They learned to rap, and
what
that
I'm
was
saying
all
is
they got good at.
you guys are giving the game away on this like endless like suicidal depression thing. Some of your shit is good, and you're not fixing to do that shit. Like the music would have to be way shittier for me to believe that you were like Nirvana. The music would have to sound like Nirvana for me to believe that you were about to kill yourself.
Listen, name one person who's killed themselves because of Nirvana's music.
There's plenty.
You
There's
can't.
plenty. There's plenty. True. There's plenty of suicidal musicians. You just have to pick an era.
I understand people love Nirvana. I'm just saying that when you hear
Tupac took the way long way around.
around the way method. No,
Like I'm just gonna piss off everybody. They're gonna shoot at me until I die.
yeah. I'm gonna try to do everything that I've
Thug
had my
life,
whole
though.
life to prepare to
Thug life.
do to be like a positive force, and then like I'm just gonna be born at the wrong time to where somebody shuts down all the shit that I try to do and sort of corporatizes it. And
That makes what he did so much hotter now, though. Like,
yes,
my
like
dude killed a cop back then. What? That is some thug life shit if I've ever seen it.
I wonder if that
Rest
was
in
like
peace, legend.
because of his mom being so well known for like raking them out in court, like that's such like a 2 generations moment where
Well, his mom was a political prisoner as well.
yeah, but that's like such a 2 generations moment where she's like,
I
you're
love how they
supposed to.
I love how they like pretend that that's not a thing.
Oh yeah. Now like everybody's like, no, everybody wants to say that the image that you should associate with this person is from a song that he wrote that was later on when she was all fucked up. It's like, no shit, she was all fucked up. They did all that shit and they didn't get murdered somehow. And it came out good for them. And like the public saw like how shitty the cops were. And they didn't get murdered. I'm saying it again. They didn't get murdered somehow. And then she lived
Somehow.
and then she lived to see the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Oh my God. And people are like, oh, in the mid 90s, she was, yeah, fuck you. If you'd have done the shit she did and then saw
Right.
what effect it had on the world, how little that she was able to accomplish and how quickly things rolled back to
Well, I
fucking.
mean, from the description that I heard of it is basically like, shit was popping out in prisons and they were like, oh shit, we gotta fix all this. We got work to do. We gotta do some shit. And then they step outside and everybody's fucking partying and
Yeah.
not doing shit about shit. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a problem.
It's a mirror of all the like movements from that era, right? Where it's so fun to throw off the shackles of capital just a little tiny
just
bit.
shift it back, let it sit there and do its evil
Yes.
shit and shift back for another 10 minutes.
To just peel it off the littlest bit.
Just one more minute. This the revolution to come. Just give me one more minute.
But no, it's the same every time. Is the first little taste that people get, they fucking shoot their loads so hard and just start
It's
partying so
comfortable.
much.
That's the thing that they got going for them. They find it absolutely alluring.
I saw videos that were happening last summer, and just like went around every time I saw people like that I worked with, and like the like maybe 2 cool people that I know in this town. Like when that shit was going crazy last summer, I was walking around, and every time we saw each other, me and that person would just be like, "Woo!" Just like right at each other like fucking cartoon characters. Like we were having way too much fun, and like 1/1000th of like whatever actually should have happened had happened at that point, right?
Right.
Like, and now the lid is securely back on the fucking pot now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They got that shit figured out now.
But the joy of it was so extreme. I'm sure that's it.
They had lots of fun partying to the death.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah, lots
Some
of
of them
fun while
still
they was
are,
fucking
as
the
we were
planet.
talking about in the pre-show there.
Yeah, still are
God.
to this day. For real, yo.
Like I joked about it, but like as good a bit as it makes to like make jokes about like, oh, like when I was at the beach I was banging all kind of old people music and fuck these kids and shit. As funny as all of that is, to just think of some like gross brainworms old man from like the internet or the 90s or wherever
The
to just like
50s.
be blazing like all this music out there like I was doing. There was nobody at the fucking beach. No fucking body.
Yeah, they'll still
Everything,
clear that shit.
I mean, I'm saying, man, like everything is still all these same cats that were raising fucking hell about going out. Every time that they protest enough that they're ready to go pack some lake or do spring break or do PC Beach or whatever, they get about one good day. And they're in their hotel rooms or in the fucking hospital the rest of the time, right? That's what white boy summer is at first, all the anti-mask, anti-lockdown people that are so full of rage and so ready to party show up and go buck fucking nuclear. And then after about 36
Bros is
hours,
what happened.
yeah, oh yeah. After about 36 hours, it was quiet the rest of the fucking whole week we was down there. They were done, man. They were done. That's what this summer of revenge thing is. Where they're all like, oh, I'm going to party twice as hard for last year. Motherfucker, no the fuck you ain't. Think about what you just said. If a normal night for you is 24 beers, you ain't fixing to drink no 48 fucking beers. Oh, you are? Okay, well, I'll just have a nice quiet beach to fish on for a week then. Because you're going to the fucking hospital.
I'm gonna drink all the beers and then I'm gonna drink some more beers.
Yeah.
That's my plan. That is my plan for the apocalypse.
I saw these fucking kids down there. Like the first day we were there, I was like, wow, damn, this white boy summer shit is serious. Never saw them again. Their car just parked in front of the rental house the whole rest of the week.
They just wanted to know they can.
Yeah. That's it.
Now
That's
that
it.
now that they're out there, they're like, people aren't so appealing. I don't know what I was tripping about.
People
I would
aren't
say-
so great. It's not so fun being constantly drunk all the time and in public.
Yeah. That's where you
we
see.
could just
That's
do that
where
in private.
Yeah.
Oh, are we
Do
taking
that
this?
on our
Are we taking this
on our
fight
yacht,
right
on
now?
our yacht.
I
Oh
really.
no, we can't. We can't. I want to get like
A
usually
Mankey
there's
or
like
something?
a Mankey or some shit here.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
Nidoran. I don't remember which. One of the two. Maybe both.
Nidoran female is pretty dope.
Yeah. That's one of those names. Is Mankey? Yeah, I can totally remember correcting people. Like, no, not monkey. It's Mankey. It's a Pokemon.
Not monkey. I never thought that would be a problem.
No. That's when it very first came out, man. People were like, "Get that monkey." You
Hey
mean
man,
Mankey?
I never had a problem with it because I watched the goddamn poker rap too many goddamn times.
Yeah. It's useful to keep up with them.
Slow, bro. Sorry, you're just like,
Like-
yeah.
Like my kid, I've managed to protect like my kids from having any understanding of the existence of Pokemon, and like other
Ow.
people with kids, other people, I'm good at that shit. I'm a
such a
fucking,
good
A
Drew, you're such a
Pikachu
good
pops up.
parent.
He just like throws it
I-
under the couch.
I'm a huge fucking nerd, and I know exactly what events in my childhood got me into the shit that I'm into.
Pikachu
They
shows
must not
up
know
on the
Nintendo
TV.
at
He
all.
just throws a kid out.
That was the remote.
No,
He just starts
like-
raging. And they're like, what's going on, Dad? He turns off the TV.
Nothing.
no, it's
Throws the couch.
Communism.
it's nothing,
Communism. All right, we got to rat it to the name.
nothing. But
Oh,
no,
Oh.
other people keep trying to just introduce Pokemon into the
we
situation,
need
and
a
I'm like,
rat.
they don't
We need a
know.
rat.
We need a
let's-
Rattata.
No,
Let's go with something
get
liberal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's name it.
Fucking perfect.
I don't know who's the most rap motherfucker in politics right now.
Buttigieg.
Yeah, it's fucking
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg. Well, like, okay.
Buttigieg.
Okay, like TBF. To be fair, Jason Miller also has an extremely rat-like face. However, I believe that the ratness of his face is
How the
caused
fuck do you spell his name?
I
just
have
from the
no
head being
idea.
big.
Oh, that's
Just
gotta be
put
close.
put whatever that shit that you're not supposed to say. I can't remember. People used to get in trouble for saying it. Butt chug? Yeah, just put butt chug.
I'm already done. I'm not gonna go and retype the rest of that, bro. You're asking a lot from me there.
When it
The
was
next
still
one.
when it was still the
Oh, we
primary,
gotta
people
make-
used to get in trouble for calling him butt chug.
Butt chug. That's
Yeah.
a good name.
Well, I thought so too, because everybody knows what that is, and loves to do it, or see someone do it, or see someone fail to do it. It's always fun. It's always funny. Everyone loves it and knows what it is, or so I thought, until somebody called Buttigieg butt chug during the primaries, and people
Oh,
informed them,
what?
and people informed the person that had said it that that was homophobic to call Mayor Pete that.
Butt
So
chug?
you know the immediate next response,
it's-
which they don't like
It's
anymore,
not
Is
because
that-
he's
is that
gay. It's because
homophobic?
he's a piece of shit.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I feel like
Yes.
they were just throwing a name at the wall that was disrespectful.
Literally nobody gave two shits that he was gay except Republicans. Literally no Democrats cared that he was gay. And I think that's why people were so desperate to say that we were being homophobic to that dude. I'm like, I fucking like if I say what? If I say ice blue-eyed murderer, if I say that, are you going to
Booty
say
guy.
that that's
Booty guy.
homophobic? Is that better? Like
I mean, come on, bro. They can't pretend to not know what they're doing when they name the dude Booty Judge and fucking throw him on the screen and say he's gay. Like they know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
oh right, okay, I think people were doing booty judge too. And that was also deemed
But his
extremely
name
homophobic.
starts with fucking butt and he's gay. Like you know anything that they say regarding that with that
And
is
and
like fair game because like
Yeah,
come
totally.
on.
or
what do we call
or
him,
You just
Mankey?
can't just you're kidding me.
alternately,
What are we calling Mankey? Oh, can we call Mankey Marks?
yeah, there you go. Marksy.
Oh, scrappy
wait.
old boy.
Wait, I'm trying to squeeze them together.
Marksy?
Mingles?
Mangle?
Mark Singles?
Mangles?
Mangles. The Mankles. There you go.
My
Somewhere
ankles?
in that neighborhood. Mankgles. That's it.
My ankles.
MNAkin.
No,
Yeah, Mingles.
that's a huge, that's a huge leap for people to say something that insinuatory, and that's salacious. It's a huge leap. Booty, it could be a synonym for treasure or loot. Okay? So if you worked for a consulting firm,
I mean, yeah, you could be a
and your
pirate and
job,
it would even
if you worked for a consulting firm and your job was to travel around and judge how much booty there was in a developing third world country, okay? Stay with
Oh,
me
you're
on
gonna
this.
offend me, bro.
Okay?
You're
It's-
an analyzer of booties, would you say?
Right. You would literally be on a world tour judging
bu-
booty, I mean consulting.
Yeah, treasure hunter is basically a booty seeker.
And I'm only making fun of him for being a bloodthirsty robotic murderer. I am not doing the thing that Zenny Jardin did when she thinks of Glenn Greenwald for more than 5 seconds, she has to make a post where she basically just hitches him to the back of her pickup truck and drags him through the middle of town on Twitter. Apparently she has to do that now. I'm not doing what she does when she does that thing that I won't say the name of that I just described to Glenn Greenwald. I'm not doing that. I'm just making fun of Pete for being a murderer.
Thank God, I was worried.
Serious business.
I was trying to bait her into some kind of shit the other night, but then she fucking, of course, didn't say shit. She doesn't give a fuck now. She doesn't get any fucking engagement. She blew her load on that fucking Epstein was gay shit, and then following it right up with talking about fucking hairy assholes to try to fuck with Glenn. She blew it up, man. She's done. I'm calling it right now. No more hot takes in that one.
All the hot takes are gone.
When you're done, you're done.
That was it. She hitched up Glenn to the back of the old pickup truck, and that was it.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is just like some fucking boomer guy. He just stops you when you're walking down the street. Let me show you how to catch Pokemon.
Didn't John say he'd swing through later? If he swings through, I bet he's been looking at the old coffee spoonie. I wonder if she's running out too. I wonder if they're all gonna run out of steam in 6 months. Every different breed of new liberal hegemony Biden times hot take is just gonna run down to nothing like a clockwork from some fucking steampunk fantasy. Just Glenn Greenwald, just run down.
Sure,
Wonder if they're all done.
that sounds right. That sounds like something that's happened before in the past.
Well, okay.
And
Well,
the endless hot take machine might stop being quite so hot.
I'm
Chugga,
saying
chugga,
like
chugga, chugga, juice.
it's bad for both sides the longer one of these interminable fucking terms drags on. I don't know why we let these motherfuckers do this shit for 2 years, 4 years, or whatever. Because by 6 months in, nobody gives a fucking rat's tiny red dick about any of this shit. Like every time, like right, like by fucking 6 months into Obama, they had went from jumping up and down with fucking tea bags bouncing in their faces like fucking ball sacks. They had gone from that to talking about him wearing a tan suit, right? Like it just
They literally teabagged themselves. God damn.
they fucking had gone from teabagging themselves on national television, aka saying Epstein was gay. They had gone from that level all the way down to talking about the motherfucker wearing a tan suit. Although I gotta say, those McNaughtons of Obama, that painter, that John McNaughton that paints all the fucking sad Trump face and shit like that, painted the fucking Jesus painting. That motherfucker, his Obama ones are dope. They're unironically dope. There's one where Obama looks like a weird kind of cartoon version of himself, and he's like playing golf with like fucking mushroom clouds rising in the background and shit. Wait, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous on its face, but it's a hysterical image. There's one of him burning the Constitution, and he's pointing at the fire.
I mean, they're not entirely
Like-
they're not entirely wrong.
No, they're not entirely wrong. It's right for the wrong reasons. It's the worst mind
Right.
poison. It's the worst mind poison in America. It's right for the wrong reason.
Right,
But
brain worm.
but I do love that one where he's pointing at the fire on the was this your Constitution? Because
It's my
it's on fire.
constitution now, bitch.
It's on fire, hunky. Get fucked. Like it I don't know. Some of those, like, I think I'll always get a chuckle when I look at the Trump holding the tattered American flag on the football field one. Just knowing that, like, he knew the whole time he was painting it that the fucking Kaepernick thing was big for white people. And like early on, like a bunch of black folks that I worked with were just like, yo, they're going all in on Colin Kaepernick. Like people were astonished that they were going in this level. One guy I'll never forget, this cat that I worked with at the fucking plant for years, he comes up to me, he goes, yo, they are going all in on Kaepernick. What is this? And I'm like, well, like, white dudes are like, I don't know. I'm sure they'll get over it. And I was wrong. They didn't get over it. They never got over it. And that
Never.
McNaughton painting, oh my God. It's Trump on the football field lit, by the football lights, and the field is empty and the stands are empty. And Trump is holding a tattered flag, all because of one disrespectful man with a very disrespectful hairstyle. Like, I mean,
If only we hadn't been so disrespectful.
I'm saying, would you, like, okay, out of all of the stuff they were pissed off about during Trump, I bet Kaepernick for them was the deepest wound.
Oh, it has
I-
to have been.
I
He
bet when the
plays-
football
You
man.
don't understand. He plays the football. Oh, can we
Yeah.
catch a Pikachu?
Here? I don't
You know,
know.
this is that OG shit
Yeah,
where
yeah,
Pikachu
no,
was
no.
like,
We definitely can. I'm just. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Speaking of the fucking devil,
Let's
Yep,
go.
yep. Get in the
This guy's
ball,
gonna fuck
motherfucker.
up the squad.
you're going around.
This guy's gonna fuck up the squad. He straight roundhouse.
I know you
kicked
think about
us.
a name here already, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Fuck. Well,
Get in the ball, motherfucker. We're going nationalizing oak industry.
It's the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of our cells.
What was it? What? What was it? What? Okay, so
It's
you get
important
to
knowledge.
you get to the end of these motherfuckers, and what is the fucking gimmicky ass? You need some kind of ball that's super rare in order to get the fucking Mew. Isn't that what it is?
No, you don't. You can catch a Mew with anything. It's fine.
He was common
Yeah.
at this point. I'm thinking of the Game Boy shit then.
Oh, the Game Boy shit. You needed to you needed a specific you needed to go to a specific event to get him.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
okay.
wasn't even revealed until like way later.
So you're saying at this point this shit was common. This was after the
You know,
movie.
I don't think they thought it was gonna blow up the way they did.
They
So
thought it was
like
going to be like
nobody even knew what
moderately
it was.
popular.
Because remember it was like you got 150
Right.
and then you get them and you're like, okay, I got them all. And then you're like, wait a minute, what's a Mew? And then
Yeah.
all the rumors and the speculation and the extended lore and all that came out, and you're just like, what?
Wait, it
I thought it
is
was
like
just an innocent little pet simulator, you know?
it is such a 16-bit, 8-bit era style end game
What's
because
renaming this motherfucker?
before you got to
Oh,
larger games,
shit. We need a powerhouse here. We need
A hill dog
I guess. I believe you.
or
fucking
maybe
fucking Boris.
Boris Johnson.
Yeah, look at him. He's all fucking Boris.
All right.
Okay.
I like that more than I should.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I guess what comes after isn't there a fucking Boraichu? No. Hang on.
Or
Raichu.
Boraichu.
I don't know the new ones. There's a whole gen I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
I'm good for Fire Red. We got this. I
I
feel
see
very
him because
comfortable.
every time like a guy comes up in the middle of like a weird online conversation that's already strange and then just says some like completely even stranger shit that just fucking locks everything down and everybody fucking bails out of it. The profile picture is always one of the new generation Pokemon. Like that's when I see those Pokemon. And in my brain, I'm like, if I ever played a new Pokemon game, they don't just say their own names anymore. That's all they say. They've become a danger to civilization. That's why they have to live in the wilderness.
The Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're a danger to civilization in this one too, but they're just like whatever.
Yeah.
Listen,
They're
we gotta
normal.
get some communist theory in here. They're a post-scarcity society. It's gonna be fine.
Was like we were talking about this before, a fucking Pokemon completely obviously is.
Yeah,
Because
without
nobody does dick except sit around and think about fucking Pokemon.
They literally
Like-
just use money as like an aside. They're like, "Oh, I guess you won. Here you go. Here's some money. Everything
this
that's
is definitely-
important is free."
Now remember everybody, this has to be worth something. So that
Team
it's
Rocket-
fun
Team
when we
Rocket is
gamble on the
capitalism?
monster fights.
So is Team Rocket the closest they got to capitalism?
I
Yes?
think so, yeah. Team Rocket, they were too competitive, right? That's their that's the strike against them, right? Canonically speaking, Team Rocket's downfall is that they are too competitive, yes?
I guess.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to shoehorn it in there. There were probably a lot of these post-scarcity societies were
Well, they had a
implicated in these
gangster
games.
leader. They had Giovanni.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go.
So it was basically like a crime syndicate that didn't really have footing yet. It was like a stupid crime syndicate, which
But
is
really,
on brand.
they more represent like they could just represent corruption in the post-scarcity system.
Probably,
like
yeah.
they're out there. They're
Ooh.
trying to create. They're out there trying to create
Everything
value.
worked except for Team Rocket, right?
A lot of these older games did put a post-scarcity society right in our faces when we were kids, and we just completely ignored the shit out
Well,
of
I
it.
mean, if you have a scarcity society, now all of a sudden you can't focus on story because you have bigger problems.
Yeah. People are literally
Like if you were to
starving.
they like to right now they like to put in like races, and I've seen this in that one fucking Netflix Shadow and Bone. They like to shoehorn the shit in last minute and be like, hey, let's put some element of racism, but like because you didn't plan it from the fucking beginning, it doesn't entirely make sense anymore.
Right. It's just
Right.
sort of gross because you're putting it in there just to sort of get your fucking ticket checked.
Like you guys went back for Mass Effect.
Let's get some extra diversity coins.
Like you
Cash 'em in.
guys went back for Mass Effect. I didn't invest the time. I did crack a bunch of jokes about the fucking jellyfish man because I love that dude. But like I I didn't actually go back for that motherfucker. But from what I'm hearing, a replay of Mass Effect illustrates a very simplified situation to what you would imagine of like space racism, where basically all of your renegade choices lead to just being like super pro humanity, as opposed to
Yeah, I
like
hate that. I actually, I used to love Mass Effect, but I never played the Renegade setup, and I actually hate that about it right now.
it
Like
seems out of
I'm
place.
trying to be a renegade without being a fucking racist.
It seems like if you know that you're a starship captain and you're flying around space, it seems like you would also know not to be racist to aliens. Like it just seems impossible.
Well,
It's
I
like in
get it.
Star
They're
it's
trying to be like the first contact, scenario from Star Trek.
yeah. That's what I really grew up with was the Gene Roddenberry post scarcity society
So they're
where,
kind of referencing that, but it just sounds like in game it's just disgusting.
right,
Yeah.
if there was a way to be pro-human, it would be by,
Like I want to be
ripping
pro-human,
these
but I don't want to be a fucking racist.
it would be ripping these aliens off. It would be beating them up into deals. It would
I
be
know,
making the
right?
best deals with the
Where's the
aliens.
where's the fucking debt bondage?
Yeah.
Where's
It
the
would be that
debt
type of shit.
bondage?
It wouldn't just be
Where's the
like
where's the economic warfare on their entire fucking planet, strangling them to fucking sell everything they got?
right, or you would be like you would like
Listen,
the way
name
America
more than 17 Latin American countries we've done that to, okay?
like the
You
way
You got
can't,
me there.
can
I
you?
can't name more than 17. I can only name 16.
like the way like the way right-wing Americans like fetishize Israel and Israel's army and shit, even though they don't even know any Jews in their life. Like they
I
literally
know, right?
like Shepard would be like,
Hilarious.
"Yo," Shepard would be like talking about the Solarians all the time. Like Shepard would constantly be like, "Yo, the Krogans got what they deserved. I don't care what anybody else says about the Solarians." Shepard, nobody said anything bad about the Solarians. I don't care what anybody else says about them. They're okay with me as long as they stay on their planet. Like that, it would be like that. It wouldn't be like the dumb lines that are in that thing. Like like
Hey yo, if I see some Krogans go full bright, you remember that Will Smith movie? I'm gonna laugh my ass off for it.
thinking of the fucking Krogan from that game. God, no. A lot of these things had these societies when we were young. A lot of these really 8-bit, 16-bit, early 3D, early disc kind of era games. A lot of this stuff was just okay. We have to do a post scarcity society because we're doing a science fiction thing, and we
Yeah,
want the
you
story to be
can't have
about
scarcity and a story focused on any other objective. It just
like
doesn't.
all my shooters, like all my fucking R types and Gradiuses and fucking all that shit was just like you would open a tiny little instruction manual that was printed in the little 8-bit, package, and it would be like Earth has concentrated all of its resources to repel the alien invaders. And like, if I read that as an adult, I would be like, oh, just like that, huh? one UFO, one UFO, and they all held hands and sang the Internationale and started building the fucking Gradius super fighter. Oh, okay, well, what a bunch of pussies.
You're like,
Oh, the R9 was developed 6 months after the first aliens were sighted. Oh, gee, okay. Apparently, the
aliens came yesterday.
The Bido Empire having spaceships the size of planets just start eating everything. Apparently, that was the cure for temporarily embarrassed millionaire syndrome. Oh, okay. All right, you bunch of fucking pussies.
Wait, did I get a Weedle? Oh well,
Oh well. I don't think you did.
they will be around.
Yeah, we'll see another.
It's not like I don't know where they live. Surprise, motherfucker.
And I used to love stuff back then that was it was just set in like a complete ripoff of a fantasy aesthetic that was mostly like Frank Frazetta with a little bit of Willow thrown in there for good mixture, like Golden Axe and shit like that. Fucking
You
just
know,
a complete
I
ripoff
forgot
of all
all
those
about
movies.
Frazetta until you keep bringing him up. But like that shit was wild.
Dude, that motherfucker, like, okay, like, people are like, this is a drawing of a sexy lady that a guy who
He
doesn't
literally
respect
created
women
his own. He created his
drew.
own niche.
like, okay, like they're not looking at shit that is in those fucking things.
You gotta
Okay.
remember, we didn't have much. We had a pre Friends of the World and a post Friends of the World.
Yes. It's those motherfuckers that can't take their eye off the sexy lady or the muscly dude to notice the fucking brilliant use of color and detail in those fucking backgrounds. Those backgrounds were essentially throwaways in so many genres. Like, and he loved Tarzan a bunch as a kid, so he does a lot of like sort of just like a dude just chilling in the jungle, like fight
His shit has epicness off the scales.
in like the old like Tarzan comics stuff. Even the background was just a throwaway. It was like a Bill Watterson background or something, like Calvin and Hobbes shit. Like it was an incredibly tasteful rendering of like these birch trees, like Calvin and Hobbes. Like it was just like super iconographic, like jungle trees and shit. But then when you see Frazetta has done the same amount of detail in like a little orchid that lives on the side of a tree underneath Tarzan's foot, while Tarzan is bashing in the brains of like some kind of whatever Tarzan fights. Like I think he fights ape men. I think he fights like
He
slightly
fights
more ape-like
everybody.
versions
He
of
fights
himself.
everybody. It was like the original,
Listen, he's the king
versus
of the
battles.
jungle. Come on.
Yeah, but there is
Before there was versus battles, there was like King Kong and shit.
be fighting like
And
pretty
Conan
much
and
this.
Kakuna Squad. Go.
Tuna squad. Roll out.
There was
Oh, shit,
a lot of the old
I
stuff.
think
Like
we'll just go with Comrade. We'll just
Yeah.
keep it simple.
there was a huge swath
Comrade.
of yeah.
1 and 2. Those were phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're a god in them. Like it's
Yeah,
just
those were
fucking
dope.
phenomenal.
Those were
You
those
saw-
were great.
You saw late Saints Row lean that way too. Like 4 like was
Saints
trying to
Row-
put on
Saints
kind of
Row was great.
they were trying to inject kind of that like godlike power, sort of a crackdown / Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction kind of vibe, you know.
It was like all the powers, all the fucking powers. Who cares? Let's give him a
Mhm.
dildo gun.
There was also one where you were a Cronenberg type horror. Maybe that is Prototype.
I think prototype.
Yeah,
You're a
that's
Cronenberg
Prototype,
Yeah.
horror and prototype for sure.
You were
Yeah.
like a prototype, a lab prototype, right?
Yeah. It's great. It's absolutely great.
Fantastic game. Fantastic game.
It's literally, it was just like, all I could picture whenever I played it was that someone was like, you know how everyone had to learn the cheats for GTA? What if we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gave them to you? What if that was just the game?
I always thought it was freaking prototype. It was like Venom, but they couldn't get the IP rights.
Yep.
So they was just like, let's just make it something else.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's ridiculous. Like all that side Spider-Man's, that stuff will never catch on. Oh wait,
Right.
Who's that in the distance? Is that Tom Hardy?
So
What's he coming over here to do?
I know for
What's
the
he coming
Spider-Man
over here to
game, if
do?
you guys want to make Venom, please do that shit like right now. I will take it.
They can do all of that shit now because fucking Tom Hardy showed up and legitimized a bunch of shit. They can fucking do whatever now.
They can do
Tom
whatever
Hardy's
they want.
Here. He saved the day.
All because of Tom Hardy. He is the one with
all
the
that
power.
fucking shit.
We got who? Oh man, there's so many Pokemon here. Or we got a name. We got like 150 of names. We gotta start throwing around.
Oh shit.
Damn it. Fuck. Okay.
Well, I got a gym fight up here, so we might get a little. Unless I should just go off and start collecting them. I don't think so. I just want to progress.
Yeah, let's just
Like,
progress.
get as far as I can.
Is the one that's a little magnet in this shit?
Yes,
Yeah,
Magnemite.
Yeah.
That
we
was
definitely-
fun fact. While you were off, while you had not joined us, I determined that to be the most communist Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I was like trying to think, okay, out of all of them that there are, so that guy will be Marxamite or Magnamarx.
Magnemarks.
Yeah, there you go.
Magnemarks. That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good name.
Okay. There you go. So
Hang
Let's
on.
see.
So the next couple of Pokemon that we're gonna run into are gonna be potentially a Paris, Geodude, and
Okay.
Maybe
Clefairy. And
Yeah.
Clefairy.
okay, Clefairy.
Those are the things
Clefairy.
we need.
Clefairy. All right.
I don't got shit to. This will be quick. I don't got shit to worry about because I got a
Yeah,
freaking.
we chose easy mode here. Squirtle, let's
Mhm.
go.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
it's not that bad without him either because
Yeah.
I have a Mankey already.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're good. We're super good.
As soon as he learns any fighting move at all, and he's a fucking fighting type.
um,
Magna Marks.
Magnemarks. We got to catch a
That's
Magnemite
good.
ASAP. What's the quickest we can catch a Magnemite? Hang on. Let me think about this.
We got to get to
Think.
the tower at least. We'd have to grind quickly, just like run through that cave.
I think we need to surf for it.
2 caves.
No, we'd have to get cut. We have to get cut ASAP, I think, to get to it.
Yeah, where do I
Okay.
get cut in this? It's been a while.
It's
Should
the ship.
Oh, CNN. Okay, gotcha.
should all the electric types be UK politicians?
Yeah,
Yeah,
except for
or
Okay.
Magnemite,
or
who gets
German
the
or
excuse.
German.
Yeah.
Magnemite
Yeah,
does get
except
the
for the metal ones. Except for the metal ones.
yeah, it's got to be the power plant. Fuck. That means we need
Metal
surf.
metal always means. Oh, we need surf too.
Yeah,
Shit, where's surf?
we got a ways.
That's in
Down in
that one
Fuchsia.
building. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. Shout out friends of the show, Rudy Giuliani, that is at Baja Communist over there at the Dick Proles podcast. Just sent me a message. I tuned in to your show tonight, and the first thing I heard was, "What about naming them slurs?" Shout out, thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Yes.
We gotta name a Clefairy or something. Rudy Giuliani.
I mean, it's a Coke bottle, right? It's an empty canvas. That's a hell of a story, though. I love it. My dude
Oh
received
man.
the border badge.
I just... oh. All right. So we are now able to progress. Oh, we could run into a Spiro too. Spiros are kind of grumpy looking things, huh? Who's a grumpy politician? Oh. Oh, Spiro kind of
Yeah,
got
they
like
don't have politicians in this world.
Trump hair too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not gonna
one.
say it, but I'm just saying.
That is fucking hilarious.
I mean,
I
you
gotta
tell
get
me
a
I'm
Spiro
wrong.
now.
We gotta get a Spiro. We gotta name him Trump
Alright,
something.
yeah. Yeah. Let me think.
Sprump.
Spear, and then it's OW, right?
Sprump.
That's Spiro. It's hilarious.
I mean, it does kind of have Trump hair.
He's got that fear. He's got the fury strikes.
I wish I could think of more of the dumb nicknames that people call him because they're trying to they're like 6 years deep on dumb nicknames for a guy and they're just out of shit. Like the type of shit you see on Twitter. Like I wish I could think of some of the fucking nicknames. Like they're all like a shit ton of words, so none of them would work.
Yeah, it's got to be short enough to.
Oh, we gotta have a Spoonie. Who's gonna be Spoonie?
Oh,
Fuck.
I don't know. That'll be Clefairy if we can get our hands on one.
Yeah.
You tell me I'm
Clefairy.
wrong. Go on, tell me I'm wrong.
I think that
Spoonie used metronome.
I think that would have, yeah, there you go. There you go, yeah. It's Clefoonie, yeah.
Spoonie used.
Is that too many letters?
Probably. No, I think we can get that.
Clefoonie.
If I remember correctly, there's a freaking something here.
Is there?
Yeah, there's like either a fossil or like a moonstone.
I have missed it every single time if there is.
I remember there being some secret in this place.
I don't remember that.
Maybe not.
You fucking with me?
No, I thought there was something here.
This is like literal YouTube video about Pokemon level content. Like we could be getting hundreds of views just like we couldn't remember if there was something there or not. We weren't sure if he was fucking with us.
Yeah. We spent 20 minutes wandering around the room seeing if there was a thing in there.
We heard that if you go in this room, Professor Oak waggles his balls at you and says, "Gotta catch 'em all."
You got me there. You've
You didn't catch them all.
We heard it was in the original Japanese version, but was removed. Various postings on Chan boards led us to believe, like, you could do that for like 20 minutes
Oh,
and get like hundreds of views.
my dude
we
got
get
the
the
running
running
shoes.
shoes. Let's go. Faster.
Everybody, also everybody wants to believe that Pokemon Carts MK Ultra'd the shit out of them.
Oh hell yeah, it's
Oh,
way
they
faster.
totally think that.
Everyone wants to believe that.
They MK
I know
Ultra'd
that
what?
I know that I want to believe that we all got MK Ultra'd by video games in the 80s and 90s. And that's why everything went the way that it did.
I got news
What
for
do you
all of
what do you mean
It
by
didn't
MK
happen.
Ultra'd?
Listen. No
I
one
know
knows.
I know what it is, but I like what?
Like
How's that a word?
like you know the one,
mind controlled?
like the fucking one that was like right after Tempest, it like supposedly showed up for like a second and then disappeared. Fucking Polybius. Like Polybius type shit.
Polybius Central Go. Super fun.
Like they MK Ultra'd us with that shit, and that was it. We were done for. Like none of our choices mattered after that. Like it was all just a predetermined course of events. Wouldn't that be something that would like totally obsess the shit out of you? Like it would, right? It'd be a good thing to do a whole story about. The Truehorror episode 1, now available on Patreon and YouTube.
Give me money, bitches.
I was literally saying like this sounds a little bit true specific.
It's an hour. It's an hour long, and it's just about that. What about that, motherfucker?
That
All right,
is
thanks.
the best plug I've ever
Totally
seen.
natural
Good job,
plug.
guy.
No one
Yeah,
saw it
Good
coming.
job, guy.
It was
10 out of 10.
supernatural.
That's my shit, dude.
Supernatural. I don't know. I did that like 6 months ago. I don't remember if that's really that good or not. The second one is the good one. If you're listening to this and you were about to go listen to the first one, don't listen to the first one. You're not gonna like it. Listen to the second one. The second one is the good one.
So back to naming Pokemon slurs.
Yeah. Man, this fucking
Who would be RuPaul?
own Squirrel Squad here is gonna be able to fucking wreck bitches soon. Just
Yeah.
everyone's just
Oh yeah,
gonna
he's
melt.
levels up at like what, 18?
Looking
Yeah.
bad.
Yep. No.
You don't even really need a team if you got like a primary Squirtle, right?
Yeah, I think Blastoise. I think that speedrunners just do Blastoise because he can, at least in red. I don't know about
He's got
fire red,
he's got that fucking cannon though.
but in
My better
regular
half
red,
is-
you can
I
basically
would-
beat
I would
everyone in the game with a level 52 Blastoise or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very communist with his tank.
Oh, he is. Damn. I'm glad we picked Squirtle. You guys are blowing my mind here.
yeah. I didn't foresee that at all. I don't know
Fucking
how.
War Turtle. Come on, he's War Turtle.
Let's go.
That was quick. I didn't think it was on 16 or 17.
Yeah.
No, we could totally. I started to say we would have to
That's a trippy ass background.
that we wouldn't be able to use Resistance Hero RuPaul because we were sticking to politicians, but technically RuPaul fucking ran back when RuPaul was a lot cooler. Fucking ran in Florida somewhere, Dade County maybe. No, Palm
Probably.
Beach. Palm Beach. Ran
Dade
for like
County.
mayor of Palm Beach. I bet they do run that motherfucker. Well, no, I don't know.
Let's
That
go.
motherfucker pretty smart. I don't know if I call up from fucking Ed Buck's house in a fucking coke fit and I'm like, you gotta run for president. What do you mean? Who is this? It's fucking Tom Perez. Like, I don't think if I call up like that, I don't think I'm gonna convince that motherfucker to run for president or no shit. Now that I really think about it, that motherfucker too smart for that. But they would fucking ask. They would ask RuPaul to run for president in a fucking heartbeat. They'll fucking ask anybody.
I don't
at this
know.
point.
They need some guarantees he's gonna bomb every place they say.
I mean, like,
It's true.
I
They
bought the whole
something.
Resistance Hero.
Or they.
I bought the whole Resistance Hero thing up until the fracking thing because we love some drag. We love drag so much that down here is that it blinded us to the reality of the fracking situation until it was too late. it was even only a few months before the primary before I suddenly realized I was like, oh shit.
We gotta do the fracking thing. What do we do? Send out the drag.
Now we could do some
Need
drag
a
shout outs
good
in there.
wedge issue right now right about now.
We could do some drag shout outs in there if we run out of fucking names of politicians.
Oh
I
man, we gotta get everybody involved. We got some identities. We got 150. Got some identities to throw around, bro.
What were some other electric types that it's gonna give out early on other than
Oh,
Magnum Mercs?
they don't give you that many electric types early on. You can maybe get Electabuzz, depending on the
no, I think
version.
that's in the power plant too.
Is that? I feel like you can grab that from the Safari Zone real quick or something.
So he'd be like
I'll find
Electabuzz would
out.
be like
Yeah, we'll find
Electabrex.
out.
No.
Should have named him Brexit.
Yeah.
We should have.
Electabrexit.
Boris is gonna get fucked up by this Weedle.
It's cool. I got potions. I just want him to level up.
We care about
Yeah,
Boris Johnson and his well-being.
No, that's I learned that. I learned that from fighting monsters down here is that, you got to let them get beat up a little bit. It's how they level up.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
and
gonna
done
die.
for.
Give them that little potion
Oh
afterwards.
man, it's all whatever.
All right, give it to. Do we want to keep any of these? I don't even want to see fucking Buttigieg. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Buttigieg got to go into PC, but maybe Manclease.
Maybe
He's a good fighting type for early on.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
like, well, I mean, we might get an Onyx soon, so maybe not.
Yeah, never mind.
Mangles.
But he does get fighting and rock type moves.
Yeah.
That one, I
And
feel
you
somebody.
can use like low kick or something. I don't know if low kick's in this actually. Fisher?
It is.
Can you use Fisher?
No.
Oh, okay, that ruins it for him then.
Squad up.
But he can do
let's
rock
go.
smash.
He can do
He
rock
can do
smash.
rock smash though, so he's gonna be around for a little bit.
Electabuzz is just the power plant.
All right, so I guess I'll give it to him then. There's no
I
way
still-
Booty is ever getting used. In fact, I might as well just release him into the wild.
Am I still picking it up okay? I've took the party to the porch to watch these
Oh yeah,
absolutely
you're still here.
Yeah,
giant.
we didn't. I didn't
Okay, good,
notice.
good. These giant, fat, fucking monster June bugs out here bouncing off each other like fucking cartoon characters, and I had to come out here and watch it for a second.
Yeah, bugs are fascinating, right? They just kind of.
But June bugs down here are always, there's always a shit ton of them. But for some reason this year, they're getting mighty fucking big. I don't know if maybe something they eat doing better, more successful for some reason, but these motherfuckers are large. A lot of fucking big bug action down here this year.
Oh, low
Of course,
kick? Nice.
I guess that's all of it. I guess it is just like another thing that we lived long enough to see exactly once, fellas. We lived long enough to see what the Earth looked like if people weren't out fucking around all over it so much for a year or so. We got to see that one time, and we'll probably tell stories about it with other old fuckers years from now, and no one will
Yeah.
believe us.
One day.
Like I saw, we fucking bits about it and shit, but I legit saw manatees in the Atlantic off the coast of South Carolina. I've never seen that shit before. Like I went to Florida to see manatees when I was a kid. They would be down there fucking around in the Gulf and West Florida and shit. But I'd never seen them in the Atlantic next to South Carolina until this year. And we were down there in the old fucker at the
Yeah,
at
that
the bait
means
shop.
everything's gonna go north, right?
I
Everything-
guess.
all the organisms gonna have to shift north to like Canada.
I guess. Like, I don't know though. I think now that human activity resumes on a level, pre-pandemic or whatever, I think probably we very rapidly drive everything back into hiding and near extinction. If I had to guess.
The second one is
It's gonna be even worse, actually.
Yeah.
Because now we've seen them, we want to see more of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Manatees,
no.
that's good eating.
Yeah. Come on, honey,
No.
we're gonna go find us some manatees. Let's just drive this boat all over the water.
I thought they were full of shit. The old fucker at the bait shop looks like the fucking Jigglebilly from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I thought he was full of shit. And he's like, "No, we saw manatees several times already this month." I'm like, "You fucking Yeah, okay. You saw manatees at the bottom of that fucking bottle of hooch, you old bastard. But then, no, no shit. Manatees just come puttering right up the river, right on out to sea. Uh, didn't pay dick attention to us. Uh, it was neat. I haven't seen them, like I say, since I was a kid, and we used to go down to Florida. So, nature was healing.
Was.
That's depressing to say. I'm sorry, but what else can you say?
For like 2 seconds. Not
Yeah,
even
nature
fully,
was
just kind of
healing.
like a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, nature, you thought you had a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Psych. Psych. Just a guy blows by on a jet ski and just fucking ramps right off the manatee. He goes, psych, bro, to the manatee. Yeah. That's what's happening this summer.
Dude, hold my yacht.
No. Hang on, I gotta get my fucking propellers really, really extra strong so that we can cut through some extra manatee flesh here.
Like I did pretty good when we were down there because the whole family goes down there and there's a lot of young kids. Like I did pretty good. But finally about 5 or 6 days in, a guy goes by in like just a ridiculous fucking giant power boat that's sort of like if you have that much boat space, like why not have some of it be like a deck or like somewhere to hang out or whatever? But no, it's all just motor and giant dick nose, right? And this motherfucker comes chugging by at like way over how fast he's supposed to be going, like 15 feet from shore. And I'm like, slow down, cocksucker, in front of like a lot of small children. Like, I did pretty good up until that point, though, right? I did pretty good up until that point. It was windy. They might not have all heard me say that. But, you got to teach kids, they gotta learn something. If nobody says anything, they're gonna think, look at that cool guy going fast in a boat. Like, you gotta be a good influence on them so they know that actually he's a cocksucker and there's shitloads of dolphins and this year manatees out there in that channel, and it's marked off for him to go a separate way and way slower to get to the fucking dock like everybody else does, and he's not special. How would they know that? If I didn't yell for him to get the fucking dick out of his mouth and drive his boat properly, how would they know that?
My counterpoint is it's really tough to chop up all those manatees and dolphins if you're going slower.
It's just you have to go like jab a stick down there, get it all stirred up. It takes
Yeah.
too long.
That's really
fuck outta here,
inconvenient.
booty
It's easier if
judge.
you just crank it. Oh yeah, he's gone.
Like I was making all these fucking jokes when we were down there about how bad the first couple days before they, fucked off to the hospital, about how bad the white boy summer crowd was with the wildlife and stuff. But I mean, like, you can't. Okay, I love manatees, I love sea turtles, I love all that shit. But it's just another thing that is suspended by exactly how good we're doing, how bad we're doing. Like, if I'm down there and some dude that lives under the pier runs out into the water and catches a fucking turtle and goes, and carries his ass off to boil him, like, me personally, I'm not gonna say shit. Okay, like if you are a person of means and you're down there being a tourist and you're like, catching a little loggerhead or something, yeah, take it off your hook and report it to DNR and do what you're supposed to do and like be responsible and shit. Definitely do that. But, if you fucking live down there and like, you cook for my spoiled ass at one of these little restaurants when I'm down there being a fucking stupid tourist, or if you do any kind of service on that out, like if you sit around the bait shop and tell me where the manatees are at, even if I don't believe you. If you live down there and do any of that shit, I feel like you can eat all of that shit if you want to. I feel like that I shouldn't.
I hope that guy in the bait shop's a fan of the show.
Fucking critical hit.
I mean,
we did not get Trump this time.
I didn't have time.
Was I wrong? Is that kind of Trumpian hair?
No, yeah, I totally get it, and I was totally gonna do that.
Yep. Like that old man that died at the factory that I worked at. That dude, he used to call Trump the Golden Eagle. Like he was all obsessed with like.
The Golden Eagle.
I mean, like to his death, this motherfucker worshipped Donald John Trump. I knew him the last few years of his life, and the vast majority of what he talked to me about at the factory was how great Donald John Trump was from the early days of birtherism. Like this guy was an early Trump guy, and he called
Sold
him
in
that.
early.
He called him the Golden Eagle
The Golden Eagle.
with like a little bit of a tear in his eye. I mean, like,
Is he used to seeing eagles in symbolism?
I mean, like,
You
this is
remember when
one of
those
these
eagles
guys.
died? When those eagles would all die because they was eating nitrated fish or some shit? Then
No,
they're like, "What's going on with the eagles? Oh no!"
you know a guy that like came of age in the American 70s and like he has a photo in his wallet of him with his first Trans Am. Okay, that was this guy, okay? Like that was this guy, right?
Authentic.
Like for about 6 months when he was 18, 19 years old, he had a personality in a Trans Am for about 6 months. That's this guy. There's millions of these guys.
All right.
But yeah, that's
It really
that's
is.
that's their understanding of symbolism is like who looks like a bird in profile because that would make you look dope while you were driving a convertible. Like that would make you look dope from the side on the highway in America. No,
Yes. Strump. Sprump. Spirump.
Spiro. That's a hard one. Okay. Donald John fuck.
Dero.
Okay,
DJ
okay.
Rowe.
We could maybe get there. We could maybe get there with a Don Quixote reference because Ben Garrison did that ludicrous Don Quixote cartoon. Okay,
we're holding no illusions. We're just going
Okay.
straight for it. Right into Trump.
Okay.
be like, yeah, there you go.
I mean, I put it in all caps because he was always fucking shouting it.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
It was tweeted.
Like, look at this roster.
What are
We got
what are
Trump, Boris, the Squad, and Mengeles. Let's go.
Accidentally somehow they became the Squad instead of just like Squirtle Squad. So now even they're a political reference.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's what's going to be left over when all the current parties
Ghost
drop
Squad.
when all the current parties drop the front and just reveal that it's been a one-party system this whole time. That one party is going to have a squad, and this is it, essentially.
This whole time, what? No way.
No,
All
no
along,
way.
There was
No
no
way.
difference.
Say what? No, go on, girlfriend.
No, that I mean, standard disclaimer. I mean, we're aware that we're being reductive from the nuanced nature of politics. Okay, we're aware.
Just a
No, I'm
warning
not.
on Trump here. I'm just gonna teach him cut and then just dump him when I get done with him.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. What
That's-
are Spiro's attacks? Maybe it'll look cool when it says
He
Trump
has like
used
fury
whatever.
swipes. He has,
Okay, yeah. Trump used Fury Swipe. Don
pet-
Jr. was grievously injured.
I think he can learn fly, I guess.
Yeah, Fury Swipe is perfect. Fury Swipe is what you get if you don't wear a suit to the fucking baseball game or whatever.
That's like when Republicans just talk over you all day and think that they had a point because they get the last word.
Yo, like the bad shit is the little online debates that don't happen now because for some reason whoever it is that's like unsure of their footing will just yell and then eventually just break the call. Like that fucking I know everybody's already beat this thing to death, but that Steven Crowder shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What
That
a
motherfucker
nightmare.
that motherfucker literally saw mild ass Sam Cedar for half a second.
I know he was shaking in his boots.
he literally saw that dude.
I can't imagine what it's being like being so bitch that you're scared of Sam Cedar.
Supposedly there was one today or maybe yesterday where somebody really got into that fucking Vouch Kids shit. I thought that didn't happen yet. I thought there was supposed to be one where he was gonna fuck around with oh Jesus.
See, I
Another
haven't been keeping up, so I don't even know.
It's hard to keep up because they keep scheduling them and then not having them because one guy just yelled and then hung up.
I knew it.
I find it hard to care. Like,
Yeah, I just don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, like, if you have it like kind of sectioned off in your brain, like debate is a thing. And I think I knew
we might
those
have a
kids in high
Zubat here.
school, and I do. I mean, I'm not as into it as like I don't know, like some people we know, like we might know people that are like into it, but I do still have a section kind of cordoned off in my brain that still believes that like you could win some real material progress for a process by letting people that are going to execute that process debate each other about what the best way to go. Like I still believe that in some little corner of my mind palace. I think it's safe to say.
Oh man.
I keep posting that old picture
So
that
here's the only downside to Zubat here is you don't get to have a gold bat or a crow bat until post game, basically. Oh yes. Ah, you're a genius. Gangsta professional genius. That's your new title.
Master of Sciences, professional genius. There's like a million of them around. They're just fucking loudmouths.
They're really loud. They really
fucking
don't
blind.
affect anything. Unless you're like so absurdly low
They're dumb
level,
as
it
shit,
just
like
totally
flying into
wrecks you.
walls. I know, right?
like
You get all the way through the cave, all the way to the other end, and there's a crowder that fucks you up. You're like, no,
No, how did I fail so
I
badly?
gotta go all the way back.
One crowder.
That one fucking crowder.
You try to run away from the one crowder at the very end.
You
It
gotta
doesn't
swarm
let you
crowders.
go.
It's the last one.
Just a Zubat sitting there with a table that says "Change my mind." I'm gonna fuck you up.
Baby
Ah,
bro, it's baby bro.
sneak up on you, motherfucker, out here with your
Oh,
inferior
this dude's got a
Magnemite.
Magnemite, man. I'm supposed to have that
Inferior
Magnemite.
fucking Magnemite.
we might have to mod it next time, so we start with a Marxamite.
I'm sure you could go in and have yourself a ball in the little text file.
Oh, we totally could, very easily.
Like, we're
There's
enjoying.
tools now. There's tools now. You can totally like
Start with whatever you want, however you want.
yeah. In fact, there's a cheat system built into the emulator, I think.
Ooh.
We're enjoying a political ideologies flavored riff situation
Kill
here.
Trump Magnemite.
But you could just as easily look into any other weird angle of this thing. Like this is just one that to me always like I know they give some details about the world, but it's the ones that just critically aren't there. And you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a world that was built from the ground up to facilitate the collection, training, and combat of pocket monsters. Like that. But the longer you look at it and the longer you think about it, the more you begin to wonder like, okay, if if their backs are against the wall, how do they explain this or that? Like, I bet you would have got some wild fucking answers.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where none of that shit matters. Like, Nintendo goes around fucking shoving their Birdo in everybody's fucking face, but nobody would have wrote that fucking sentence in an instruction manual today.
Yeah,
Nobody would have
Birdo is
wrote.
so weird.
Nobody would have printed a fucking instruction manual or a text file or a fucking. Nobody would have put that in a fucking video game and said like, what does that shit say? It's a boy that thinks that it's actually a girl. Nobody's gonna fucking write that shit today. I'll tell you a success story though. A success story is people repeatedly kicking Capcom in its shriveled little cock until they fix fucking poison in the new Street Fighters. Like that
What
is
did
a
they
success
do?
story.
I missed.
So there's a character in the old Final Fight, right? That
Yeah.
is a much more complex and interesting than is presented in the English translation of Final Fight. In the English translation of Final Fight, this character is just a regular biological female that Mike Hagar, built like a fucking brick shit house, casually picks up and, does a giant spinning fucking pile driver to, shattering her skull and doing this horrible violence. Okay, it's a lady, because that's acceptable. That's acceptable for a guy that looks like Mike Hagar in Final Fight to fucking yeah. Okay, so that was when we were kids. That was the version that we had. But then later, you find out, looking around on the internet, seeing what old Capcom's up to, that this character is actually an Americanization of a character named Poison, who was I think at the time, you know what? I'm not going to use whatever language that they used in the Japanese version of this game to describe this person. I'm just going to flash forward all the way until Street Fighter V, where Capcom is like, yeah, we fixed Poison. Poison has the correct identity now, but they're really not. It's the same with Birdo, right? Like they're
there's no
really
fixing it.
Yeah.
You're making a bad choice either way.
They did an excellent job. Poison on Street Fighter V unequivocally fucking owns compared to a lot of the other character designs on there. It's all this badass like 80s fucking glam rock shit. It's all these like insulting fucking
That's who
specials that
that
are
is.
essentially taunts. Yeah, with the whip and the fucking Molotovs and shit.
Yeah.
That character looks like that because imagine it alongside the other designs for the generic street toughs from Final Fight, right? Like 80s 90s movie like street toughs, right? Like suddenly the design makes sense, right? The handcuffs and everything. But no, they did a great job. They never really addressed. It's the same with the Birdo thing.
Yeah.
They never really came out and said, "Yo, we did and said a lot of fucked up shit in the 80s, just like everybody else." Like they never actually got to that
Our
point.
bad, we apologize. That part.
Yeah.
That part was never said out loud.
Do you think that's a thing? Do you think that if fans embrace the characters because it's better than nothing, the way that they embraced the concept of Poison / Roxy, I think was the English version?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think that's
Do you think that's the get out of jail free card for a corporation that produces this kind of stuff? If the fans embrace it back then because,
that was your
that's
only
it.
option.
That's the whole of your entire representation. Like I remember Guilty Gear 1, Guilty Gear 2. Like I knew a kid that was like the broest
To be
bro
fair,
that
we had less pop culture too.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, there's a lot less of it filtering through. So it's not like you really had choices to go out and look for wild shit, right?
And then
Like
where there were things, it was all white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
You got a Paris name.
You would get an 8 or 16-bit player 2 with a slightly darker face. Right? Like in the old Contra. Like in the old
we need a name for Paris.
Oh shit.
The mushroom. Wasn't Trump's referred to as a mushroom? Can we get that in there somehow?
What?
Didn't Stormy Daniels specifically call out Trump for having a particularly tiny mushroom? I think is how she.
We already got a
chose to
Trump
phrase
though.
Yeah. Toad from Mario Kart, I believe, was her extremely graphic.
Who's a really fucked up politician who just seems like they're always fucking high.
Fucking Ford, the surviving Ford.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. Here we go.
Yeah.
This mushroom is Ted Cruz. Let's go.
Just a little freak that just sits around like a little fungus and fucking tweets freaky shit all day.
Gets high all the fucking time. Yep.
What if he was? Like that would be the saddest fucking thing ever.
Oh, guaranteed.
As if like is if we
Guaranteed.
found out one day they were like, okay, everybody, it's time to finally explain Ted Cruz's bizarre behavior.
He's
He's
probably
been
got
high
$1
for
million
like 20
coke
years.
habit.
We've been microdosing him for like 20 years, but we just realized those micros, they were macros. Our bad. We apologize.
And then we all have to put up with like sober Ted Cruz who like turns on everything he's ever loved. He's like, the Princess Bride is actually problematic, y'all. Like,
Oh man.
he just completely turns like, I can't believe I sang those racist Aladdin songs at my wedding, y'all. Like, okay, Ted. Okay, Ted, we're gonna go back to dosing you. No, I don't want to. I know the truth now.
know.
I
I'm
don't
free.
want it.
I'm free now.
My freedoms. Stop. This messing my freedoms.
I'm gonna get some policy done and I'm gonna make the most of my opportunity that's been handed to me as a representative. Oh, Ted Cruz found dead in Cancun. Oh shit. Honey, did you see this? Ted Cruz found dead in Cancun.
Weird.
It was
Look at
worth
that.
fleeing that damn pipe burst.
It's a little picture of Robert Stack, and the caption says they found him hanging by his neck in a fucking closet. What do you know? That's
Oh, that's a first. Never would have saw it coming.
can that a fake newspaper that says can that parody? Legally, these are jokes. Parody.
Legally, these are
I'm
just
gonna have to draw.
Parody.
I'm gonna have to draw a weird beard on Ted Cruz.
I mean, are you going to have to add a weird beard to Ted Cruz?
I feel like I am on this Paris here.
I mean,
Just
like
context, and everybody's like, "What? Okay."
because he's trying really hard to grow his own weird beard, but it just doesn't seem like. I mean, we could give him a few more months, but I think you're right. I think it's time to go ahead and just draw the rest of that fucker on there for him. Whatever type of high soy diet that dude is on, it is not giving him the fucking
it's something.
alpha testosterone powers. It is not giving him the juice to grow that motherfucking beard. That
Trying.
shit.
The juice is not loose with him.
He's truly trying.
Who can do this without killing him?
What's the wait? What are we fighting again? Fucking Geodude. This is fucking Mangalese. Let's go. My ankles.
Mankles.
Mankles.
Instead, we went with both and kind of
I
fucked
don't
it
think
up.
it'll die to a low kick. I think we're good. Yeah.
It has one of those glottal complete full stops in the middle of it where you have to like you have to take like you have to have a dialogue coach to be able to pronounce it. Mankles.
Or it's
it's actually Russian.
It's just
they
French.
fucking
Mankles. That call.
You ever notice French guys always have to
That is now the canon pronunciation.
You ever notice French guys always have to do a hand sign for testicles whenever they say balls because they use their fucking stupid egg synonym for ball. That was a fucking bad decision on your part, French.
Ted Cruz.
That's why you have to make a hand sign.
It's that fake fucking beard, Ted. Oh yeah, Steven Crowder can suck a dick.
That's everybody keeps posting that mushroom Wojak cartoon guy everywhere. That's just
man.
Ted Cruz.
That's
Those guys think
Ted Cruz.
Those guys think they invented something, but they just worked backwards to get to that. Looks exactly like Ted Cruz. Every time I look at it, I think of Ted Cruz. He looks a lot like all of the Wojak drawings these days.
Look
And
at
I'm
how
not
fake
imagining
this hair
that.
is. This is the perfect Pokemon for Trump. We cannot allow this Pokemon to evolve.
I'm telling you, he's the
It
golden
never
eagle.
evolves. Of course, it doesn't. fucking
Firo might
evolve.
even look better. Hang on one second.
It
the
would
golden
never
eagle.
fucking evolve. I don't think it's going past level 9.
Actually,
What
in
will
its
Trump
own
do?
way, Firo kind of looks like a Trump that's got his hair blown around a little bit. Just a
We were
little
doing
bit.
very badly, folks.
That's why I
We were
did it.
doing-
'Cause if he didn't look like he had the hair fucked up, I would have been like, nah.
Many people were saying that we needed a Geodude. We needed a mountain Pokemon.
We got a Geodude the name.
My dude trapped him in a ball.
Balls and mountains.
Geodude, fuck.
That's got to be who walked the
Fuck.
Appalachian Trail. That was
Yeah.
I thought that's a word.
No. There was a senator who like
Fucking
just fucking disappeared.
oh
I think it was like a
it's mine.
Pennsylvania
He's mine.
senator. Oh no,
No,
you're right. It
he's
was.
ours.
It
He's
was.
ours. He's Mark Sanford. He's Mark
That's it.
Sanford.
That's Sanford right there.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, he's Mark
motherfucker's walking
Sanford.
the Appalachian Trail if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. He's Mark
He
Sanford.
just straight up
His,
like fucking disappeared for 2 weeks, and
well, he
they're
flew
like-
to Argentina. He flew to Argentina to fuck this pop star that he had a crush on.
yeah. They
he
were
was-
like, no. He's taking a walk on the Appalachian Trail, and you're like, we're pretty sure he's fucking some chick somewhere. And they're like, no, definitely not. That's definitely not what's happening. And then he came back. He was like, I had a blast fucking that chick.
Yeah. After they were
literally
already
just
covered
couldn't keep
for
it
him.
together.
Like literally just like a press conference like in front of his wife and children. And
Yeah,
he's like
I
saying
apologize
shit like,
for fucking.
and he's saying
this
shit like
really hot
he's saying shit like-
teenager, like
he's saying shit like I think I had everything in life and I thought that that I was on the right path, and then one morning at like 3 a.m. on YouTube I saw this pop star and I messaged her and I was like, I'm a congressman or a senator.
or a
from
senator,
my
one
state.
of
or
the
a
two.
senator.
It's from my state. No, he was the governor.
Oh yeah, he was a governor.
He was governor before Haley.
Yeah, that's
They
exactly
just-
who he was.
They just keep running off. They just run off.
I mean, in fairness to Haley, she was set aside to be kept.
I mean-
she's like a collectible. She's being kept in. Holy shit, we've got a spoonie.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you
Spoonie
got a
sighting.
spoonie.
Let's
I'm
go.
You got a
saving- I'm
spoonie.
saving tape, bro.
Clooney.
Here, catch you this day.
It's got to be Clooney or it's got to be Spoofairy, but I'm not sure which one.
It's got to be Clefoonie.
I think Clooney sounds grosser and worse.
Because
I
then
think
you
that's
can
probably-
keep it with Clefable.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I like keeping it straightforward with just Spoonie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it
yeah.
even better too. Let's keep it at Spoonie.
Because we mixed it with the Mankles, and it kind of messed up the name for him.
It does a little bit. Let's keep it at Spoonie. It's gonna be fine. You're welcome, fucking Spoonie. Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Let me preemptively hit you
I'm
with
sure
one of those.
I'm sure I won't forget about you when the fucking Mewtwo shows up.
Okay, we're gonna need you to get into this ball. Okay, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't get into the ball?
What do you mean?
What do
Are you having problems with the stairs or
What do you mean I
like-
shouldn't ask you to get into the ball? Motherfucker, it's a standard ball. They're all the same. Look, don't fucking get mad at me, Clefoonie. Get mad at Professor Oak. He made this motherfucking
I
thing.
take it all back. That's the best bit. That's my new favorite bit.
Don't get mad at me. Professor Oak made these balls. He should have known. What do you mean I'm gonna need a special ball? Well, what's the drop rate on it?
Oh, that's great. That's fucking amazing.
No, they all leave. They leave us. Like they just straight fucking RUNNOFT. All of them. I can't remember the last time one didn't just fucking leave. Because fucking Sanford left to fuck that pop star in Argentina.
No.
And they covered-
So like,
That
yeah,
he was hiking.
Haley has not left. Haley has been put on a shelf like a collector's item to be kept in mint condition and unsealed later. The only problem with this is that Republicans are real fucking shitty at leaving their shit on the shelves and not
Yeah.
actually touching
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, they're gonna try
it's
to
fucking
yep.
infected and they don't realize it.
They're gonna do her in they're gonna try to do her in like 2024.
Yeah,
right?
it's
like
like
they're just gonna fucking
No. It's like they've missed everything. It's like fucking Beanie Baby. They're gonna bring her back, and everyone's just gonna be like, "Why the fuck would we want that?"
and then she's gonna make the exact same speech that Mark Sanford made. She's just gonna be like, "Well, actually, even though I pretended to settle down and raise a family in South Carolina and totally changed my identity to be like a nice Methodist lady and everything, actually, I totally just flew to Argentina and fucked a pop star." Like,
you know what? I'd vote for her.
if
if she does that exact if she does that exact speech, I will vote for her.
It's when you look back
I
at
might
Sanford,
even
it's
volunteer.
wild. When you look back at Sanford, it's wild that he thought he was going to be in trouble. I mean, like, it's wild that he tried to get ahead of it, you know? Like, would have been
We
easier
going
to just
back
be
for a
like, now
heel?
I know people are saying that I take the Gulf Stream down to old South America, down to the Pampas, and you know, I trick shoot with the gauchos, I ride, I explore the trails, and I fuck pop stars down there. I know that's what people are saying that I do.
Mark Sanford.
And rumors are rumors.
I know people are saying that I fucked a girl who just recently graduated high school, but that's not true. I fucked an
No, it's not true.
18-year-old.
I can't remember. I can't remember if he was also shooting way young or if the pop star. Maybe that was okay. It might be that was the one wholesome detail of
Was that she was like of a reasonable
she
age?
was age appropriate for him.
She was like a reasonable age to be pursued.
And that made it that much more plausible and, guilt free for him to, look his devoted wife who raised all his children thanklessly for years right dead in her fucking eye sockets and say, yeah, no, I love this woman.
Oh, good.
I love this woman more than I've ever loved anyone. Like I'm not improvising very hard on the legit press conference that I watched on the local news in South Carolina.
How salty was she?
And now your governor embarrassing his wife in front of everyone. Look, she's right there. Oh my God. Of course, we have that kind of thing going on.
And the kids.
John Edwards from down here. John Edwards from down here was.
John Edwards is from down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah. He was considered to be a very strong presidential frontrunner until it turned out that
he was a runner.
yeah, that he left his cancer wife to go and fuck somebody else. Yeah,
apples from the same tree.
that's what they do down here. Is they get a bunch of shit like set up real good and going real good. They just have everything handed to them on a silver platter. Everything's fucking going great. All right, time to go start a second family, but they can't stick the landing on the second family. And everybody knows that second family guys, like, if they're good at it, they have like 6 fucking families. Like, these guys down here are fucking amateurs. That's your make it or break it moment with multiple families, is that second family. No,
just not
every single one of them.
They're just not.
They're not. Every single one of them down here fucks it up. If McMaster stays in office for a few more years, he's going to try it, and that's going to be fucking pathetic. It's going to be a newspaper headline that says McMaster divorces wife, engaged to lady at the barbecue restaurant. Lady that cooks the pig real good. We're going to cook these pigs together for the rest of our days. I say, I ain't never tasted a plate of barbecue so delicious. I said, what in the did you do to this here barbecued pig? And she said, well, nothing, just what I always do, just a little bit of smoke, a little bit of sauce, and a lot of love. And then we fucked. We fucked right there on that pig carcass. It was delicious.
Right on the pig carcass. That's the special sauce.
We just went to town. It was a threesome if you count the pig head. We consumed after we were finished.
Listen,
I would never let hog
there were
jowls go to
pigs
waste.
there, but there were definitely at least 3.
I'm joking. That's too much. You can't eat if you barbecue the whole pig. The face is too tough to eat the jowls. I'm joking. That was inappropriate of me to say. You can't. That'd be jerky. That'd be jerky. I was over the line. I'm sorry. Not hog jowls. That would be jerky in that situation. I'm sorry. That was over the line.
We appreciate your honesty.
I mean, sometimes I go too far.
Does I think at this point
everybody knows
doesn't actually know any electric moves, so that charge is literally worthless.
Yeah,
it's a good chance to heal though.
Yes, it is.
The Voltorb.
Man, if we catch a Voltorb, we gotta name him something stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I was already
an
thinking,
electric
like,
type
okay,
with no electric moves.
I'm thinking,
any Polish,
like,
do we have any Polish politicians known?
Oh, he looks like
thinking,
those what are those country balls? He looks like a Japan ball.
Oh, okay. Shit. Fucking shit. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. They're so fucking boring lately. I can't even fucking think who's in goddamn charge over there. We were just talking about him the other week about what a fucking fash he is, and like how it doesn't stand out or whatever.
That's a good strategy though, you know, just kind of hide out under the radar. Was it
Yo, did
you
he?
talking about wait, what it's after Abe, right?
Oh
It was the
Yeah,
yeah.
person
yeah,
it was
yeah,
the
yeah,
person
yeah,
right after it, right? Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember the name. And when
What
I
a
hear it, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that's right." You
scene!
know how that goes.
What a bunch of fucking gaijin ass clueless motherfuckers. They're gonna pull our weeb cards, man.
I know, right?
You don't know who the prime minister of Japan is? Fucking just rip my weeb card right out of my
The
pocket
helix to
protector
the
pocket.
dome.
Suga? Is it Suga right now?
That might be.
All right, I'm looking it up. Yes, it is Yoshihide Suga.
Oh, okay, all right.
That name
That's
is nowhere
insane.
near as fun as Shinzo Abe, though.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's total bullshit compared to Shinzo Abe. I can't
Some
knock him.
premium nameage there, you know.
Yep, yep,
Can't knock him. Everything about that language is fucking cool and hilarious. I cannot knock him.
yep. Well, we've accomplished every mission we needed for Mountain Moon here.
We even got a spoonie once I get to the
We
PC.
even got ourselves a spoonie.
I always forgot what are the rules of Clefairy? They just can only learn metronome or something.
No, they can learn anything they want. Spoonie can do anything that Spoonie wants to do. Just the problem is the things that Spoonie wants to do is get Uber drivers fired. So, you know.
Have him rip that dumb bicycle elevator out of that building. Throw it out in the street. Now, like, should they rip that dumb bicycle elevator out of that building and throw it out in the street? I don't know. It'd be funny and I would laugh. But that's not the reason that they should do that, though. They should do that because you could totally have a bunch of other shit there instead. Man, that one, like, you guys know that, like, I thought there
My
was some
dude's
chance.
PC.
That fucking giant ableism dictionary that one motherfucker posted that was just like that thread of like all the motherfucking ableisms and like Smooth Brain was on there and all that shit.
I
Y'all
think I'm
know
gonna
that
release Crowder.
Out into the world with you, Steven.
Let's come out
He's off to
lasted.
go get louder.
no, I saw the thread of all the ableisms and I was like, Dan is gonna see this. There's no way I can stop Dan from seeing this.
We can't prevent it.
Right. So I went ahead and showed it to him and I was like, that's gonna shorten the half-life on how powerful the fucking bad effects of him seeing this are. That's gonna start the reaction earlier. And he'll burn through all the like blackout fugue state rage that seeing this puts him into that much earlier. But it's every day, man. It's every day. Every day that I pull my phone out and look to see what's happening. It's something just as fucking bad as that ableism. Well, I don't know.
Just as bad.
That one might be a week. That one might be a weekly highlight, but if that shit wasn't already on self-parody level, it fucking is now. If that shit wasn't already a self-parody under Trump, it definitely is during the Biden times. Because they got nothing to fucking. Oh, what if you acted different? Okay, yeah, what if I did, motherfucker? What am I gonna get? We're gonna build a seawall? We're gonna not burn so much coal? We're gonna tax the rich? We're gonna not have a war? Are we gonna not have a war, motherfucker? If
Joke's
I
on
talk
you.
different, are we gonna not have a war?
I'm gonna
Hell
have
no,
all
we
the
ain't getting none of
wars.
that shit.
Still
We
gonna.
ain't getting none of that shit. We ain't getting none of that shit except a motherfucker in sunglasses with fucking an ice cream cone in each hand and somehow eating a third fucking ice cream cone that's like peeking out of his collar. Getting that motherfucker after he gets done with his ice creams is gonna be like, no to everything. And I'm just finding it really hard to,
Cope with that.
Finding it really hard. I'm finding it really hard to police my ableisms. I am. I'm finding it really difficult.
Find it hard to police your
I'm,
ableism.
I'm saying. I mean, I fucking, I can envision a timeline where it made a huge, big, giant fuck what type of language we were using when we discussed these intricate and nuanced subjects. I can envision a timeline very easily where we might have been very specific and caring and sensitive with all of the language that we used from that day forward. But this ain't that fucking timeline. This ain't it. This is a different one where you're basically counting on.
What is the worst one? The worst timeline.
I mean, I don't know if we're in the worst timeline. Like,
I mean,
because I was pretty shocked when Trump got elected, but if it had been a squeaker Hillary, and then everybody was like,
I guess most of the countries haven't been nuked, so that's something, right?
Everybody's still holding on to their
I wonder
nukes.
if they gave him a fake button.
Nobody letting one fly on that shit. Damn, that was some big.
We can't trust him with this. We better just give him something to push. Tell him
I bet
something exploded.
I bet they ain't trusted none of them motherfuckers with it in 50 years. You know what else? You know what else? I bet they sold the nukes. I bet they done sold all the fucking
Boris
nukes.
is about to catch up. About to come
I
up.
bet it ain't a fake button. It's a real button, but they sold the nukes. And you can wail on it all you fucking want, but they sold them fuckers in the 80s to build condos in Miami just like everybody else, and now they're fucking falling down. I bet that's what actually happened. Sir, we need more cocaine money for Florida. Well, fuck, what do we got? Anybody buy these warheads?
Anyone put a bid on it on Alaska yet? No? All right, sell these fucking warheads.
People think we have these so they won't fuck with us. That's how this works, right? Not going to tell anybody we sold these, so it'll still work, right? That's how this works. That's what deterrent means, right? Well, sir, technically, yes. But I think you should be a little more careful before you. Haha, sold them last week. I was just checking. I was like 99 that's what I was 99 that's what deterrent meant, but I'm not even doing a specific impression. This could have been literally anybody from Carter all the way up to Biden could have said this. I'm not even doing a specific impression.
They all keep selling them too. That's the best part.
They're like me in collectible video games from when I used to work at GameStop. They're like, what do I got? Every time they get broke, they're like, oh shit, I got a fucking
nuke or two.
I got a Fatal Frame I never opened. I got a fucking, oh shit, I got a Disgaea with the wrapping on it. What do you mean re-release? Oh, fuck Nintendo. God damn it. All right, you can just have this. That's for real. Like, I had, like, man, a big stack of wrapped copies of Disgaea 2 for PS2. And it was always a lot more common than one.
Disgaea
but
2?
I had picked them up.
Nice.
Yeah. I had picked them up at Walmart for like $5 a pop or some shit. Just all in one shot. Like, shit. Way back. And for years, that thing, it hovered pretty good, man. But then, sealed. They were all sealed. But then it eventually fell off just like everything else. Except for a few things. Like the one we're playing right now, for instance. Like, if you got a card of this, go sell that shit. The fuck are you doing? You ain't fixing to play no Game Boy Advance. If you're watching this, this is what you do now. You are not going to play that fucking card. Go sell that shit right now. The fuck are you doing?
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. No. You're just going to look at it and be like, I don't feel like playing that right now.
Yeah. If you got any crypto, sell that shit too.
Are you selling off
You're
crypto?
not gonna maintain a wallet and spend crypto coin, and unless you're a pedo, then keep your crypto. You're gonna need it. But if you're not a pedo, sell that shit. Also, sell your Pokemon, sell your cryptos. Fuck this shit. Let's liquidate everything. All of it liquid. That's my business advice for this week. Liquidate all your assets.
Just to be clear, this is not a financial advice channel.
Yeah, I would.
Parody.
This dude on the podcast.
Parody. This is not financial advice. Legally, these are jokes, but do liquidate all your assets, though. do that. That's what Scrooge McDuck did. That's why he had the money to swim in, because he liquidated all of his assets. Is it okay? All right.
How much
Speaking
did
of
Scrooge McDuck own?
problematic faves, when are
Is,
they?
is Scrooge McDuck a reference to somebody?
Well, he's a reference to stingy ass fucking Scotsmen.
But is there
You
like
know
anyone in
those
particular?
stingy Scotsmen. You know
Their
those fucking
natural enemy, like
shifty,
Scots in English.
stingy, miserly Scotsmen.
You sure he's not
Those guys.
Jewish?
That's what he's a reference to. But I haven't. Well, I mean, hey, you never know. But I haven't seen the new DuckTales, so I don't know if he's still extremely Scottish and extremely miserly. Is that just like we don't care? We don't give a
I mean,
fuck?
he has to be
Like,
miserly.
That's the whole
Well,
point.
he was never really miserly as much as he was just like centrally focused on this one thing. Like miserly and implies like malice, right?
think so. Yeah, I think so. Because he
But they
wanted the
kind of
money
took
for himself.
they kind of took that malice and like softened it.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just like, oh, he just wants the money, but he's, he's still a person.
when they did the
He's just
dope
exploiting
OG
countries, but he's still a guy.
when they did the dope OG Christmas Carol that they did, where like he gets thrown into like his own grave and it's fire and there's Satan and shit, like the cool one, not like whatever shitty one they have now, but like when they did the OG Christmas story, Christmas Carol, they multi-purpose Scrooge McDuck as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Right.
Because I guess that's
course.
why.
That
Yeah.
just makes sense.
So that's in there too. Like that hatred of Cratchit. That's also somehow still part of his character.
It's got to just.
So
be
I
funny,
guess
right?
I guess that hatred is translated to Donald and his irresponsible nephews. I guess.
I
Right?
guess.
Like they get to come
You
hang out
lost
with me. They get to come hang out with me at this mansion and fly these helicopters and shit. But what did they ever do? Really? This motherfucker dropped out of the Navy. Donald Duck's fucking Hunter Biden ass. Like, just fucking hanging around. Fucking hanging around with no pants on. Hanging around with no fucking pants on.
Critted.
I don't know why I never saw this before, but yeah, Donald Duck walking around with no fucking pants on.
We're gonna get
Spending up
fucked
on-
up.
Go Spoonie.
Go Spoonie. Tell it. Tell it where it can stick its grapes.
Oh.
Oh.
Gotta say, I didn't know. I thought we just did that down here. I didn't know you guys enjoyed fighting monsters as much as we do down here.
Well, we don't
Like I
have
say,
as,
they
easy access to a number of things, so we just deal with what we got.
They cut us off on the best kinds.
That's what I hear.
No more fighting chicken type monsters. No more fighting dog type monsters. Done away with all that shit.
They even stopped you from fighting people type monsters years back too.
Yeah, that was the best one. Really, we're just trying to recapture that glory.
to get back to that high.
Yeah, that's Pokemon helps, but it's not the same. That's good.
Why is your team just a team of 6 jinxes?
Man, one of my incredibly racist
family
members. One of my incredibly racist family members down here, like the edgiest, most pop culture consuming thing that he ever did was like worship Quentin Tarantino. All the way up until Django came out.
Oh.
All the way up until Django came out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's great.
Dude, it is very funny. After Django came out, it was like Quentin Tarantino died. And I kept saying stuff like, "Yo, have you seen it though? Like it's good."
It is good.
I don't think.
Nah.
I don't think. Remember the trailer was just my man in the fucking blue satin suit talking about shooting white people in the face. That was like the whole trailer.
Did you need
He never
more
even
of a
saw the
trailer?
movie. He never even saw the movie, and it was one of the best ones. Talk about just mugging yourself out of one of the best films of your favorite director.
I
Talk about
know.
just
Imagine how much
punching
awesome
yourself
stuff they
in the
just
face.
missed because of that shit.
The whole fucking thing rules for the entire length of time that it's on the screen from start to finish. It just fucking owns.
It really does.
It loves its audience in a way that only some
It has that
Tarantino films do.
it has that like you that quality TV used to have where you just like at any point in time you can stop and that movie is like uppercut.
Oh yeah,
Like you gotta stop and watch that Django. Like
this is fantastic. Put that thing on. If I pass it on Netflix, sometimes I put it on and just watch the opening sequence, which is like cartoonishly over exaggerated, but like in such a good way, right? Like it looks like you're reading like a 1960s like low budget horror comic book version of slavery, right? From the moment that it comes on, like it has the like Bela Bartok ass fucking themes. Tarantino might even have got back and gotten like Louis Bacalov or one of those fucking Western composer guys to do that fucking song. I can't even remember now. But that song is legit. The whole opening sequence of all these fucking comic book ass fucking panorama shots of them walking through the desert. Like that shit owns from the second it comes on to the second the credits roll. I wonder what Tarantino's
Yeah.
doing now. Let me get my phone out and take a look. Oh, gee.
he's
Oh,
only got a few movies
shit.
left.
Oh, damn. This doesn't sound well. Yeah. Definitely don't go talk about things, Quentin. No shit. No, just
Oh,
keep your
yeah,
mouth
yeah,
shut. Just make
yeah,
the movies.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Head down.
Don't be
Head
going
down.
around don't be going around telling people what this garage is and isn't for storing, Quentin Tarantino.
Fuck you,
Don't
Adam Smith. I got
just
you,
shut
bitch.
up.
You got him.
Fucking
Fucking
Adam
thing.
Smith
Got his ass.
with one
Fucking thing.
Squirtle. With
We're so
one
fucking
squad.
spoiled. We're so fucking spoiled. If it was the year this shit came out and we got a wild hair up our asses to play this shit, we would already have had to like switch Game Boy Advances because somebody's fucking Game Boy battery died or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
the fucking level of like spoiled ass enjoyment right now of just cruising through this bitch, fucking dunking the first fight with busted Squirtle, fucking picking up busted Mankey right off the dick. Like this is a fucking stupid run of this shit.
I'm trying to get my busted Pikachu right now.
Yeah,
Listen, I just
busted
want to get
ass.
this busted Spoonie.
busted
Yeah,
ass.
busted Spoonie. I need to find where EXP share is.
It's
So I don't have to do it this way.
EXP share in red is by the Snorlax Bridge on the to the right of Vermilion. I presume it's
how
in the same
far-
spot. We could actually get to it pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need
point me
Look at
the
this.
way, because I need to level up my Spoonie and my Boris.
We
Look at
need to
Ash's-
go. We need to get up the Nugget Bridge so that we can get through the door, and then you
Okay,
can
so
get
I
to
gotta finish
Vermilion.
up this bridge.
Yeah.
Look at
Okay.
Ash's.
And we might
want to
wrap up
little,
after we finish the bridge.
Look at
All
Ash's
right.
little spoiled fucking rich kid ass Ash going out here and pounding on all these like fucking Huck Finn looking dudes with a fucking ratty butterfly net and shit. Motherfucker is out here trying to catch Pokemon with the fucking butterfly net. And here comes Ash with his fucking Professor Oak Pokeballs and his little fucking baseball cap and shit.
You know that he knows that if they come in balls, right?
No,
He's got 'em.
these kids don't have balls, man. These kids have
Put this
ragged
Pokeballs
butterfly
in the
nets
net.
and comical straw hats like from a fucking Twain era celebration of fucking Mississippi River culture. That's
Mark
what these
Twain.
kids have. I got a cane pole that caught me a Magikarp and it bit me, got away, but I see you got that fancy ball there, Ash. Maybe I could borrow one of those. I'll tell you where Injun Joe hid his treasure.
That's good. That's good. Good Huck Finn type shits, right?
There's a lot of good Huck Finn type shit out there.
We gotta
Somebody
get a
wrote
Metapod and name him Inward Jim.
somebody
Oh,
wrote like
yes.
somebody wrote like a cleaned up version of that book like where it's basically just edits all that shit out
So
to where it's
what,
like it's like anti
3 pages.
yeah it's like Huck and Jim run off together,
Huck
didn't
and-
make much conversation.
Huck and Jim met. They greeted each other and moved on about their day.
Yeah, they
That's the whole
silently
story.
fished and silently hung out the whole way down the river there. They could probably have all those parts where Huck and Jim are trying to do all those horrible schemes because that's traditional white people Americana lore, about our like Mississippi River era bridge painting schemes and things like that, That's
Y'all got any
considered
schemes over here?
that's considered a celebration of white culture. Fooling people and stealing their labor and making them pay to fence. That's not. It wouldn't be critical race theory to have that in there, because that's actually a celebrated part of our culture. It's good actually to steal labor.
Depends on who you ask.
I wonder, like, Twain probably hated those little motherfuckers. Like, he had all those other books where like the hero was like sort of an 1800s like pre-liberal man of education, like pre-liberal era, but a man of a man of letters, like a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court, is the story of a smart man from Connecticut, a wordsmith, if you will, a man who was witty, possessed of a turn of phrase, traveling through time to teach ignorant, savage European knights about how a Gatling gun works. Like, he had those, right? And
is that what happens in a
That's
Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's court? I gotta read this book.
exactly what happens. A bunch of dudes in plate mail get mulched by machine guns at the end, just like Last Samurai, except it's not like a savior, a white savior thing. But well, yeah, it is. It's like a
Yeah,
white
it is.
savior. It's like a white savior, but like it's
Saving
other
more
white people.
people.
Yeah, it's like a white person from the future. It's white savior to the future. Part
So
three.
it's the
Savior
Matrix.
to the future.
but no, he
So it's the
clearly
Matrix
loves.
minus the black person.
Yes, yes. He clearly, there are absolutely no black people in that story. He clearly loves the protagonist of that story and respects him very much. Whereas Huck and Finn, I always got the idea that like people would come up to him at parties and be like, "Oh, that sure was funny about how Huck fooled them boys into painting that fence," and then like he's probably just thinking, "Yeah, it's also funny how I fooled you into buying that piece of shit book about that dumbass kid, you stupid ass." That had to be what he was thinking, because that was his most popcorn ass garbage, right?
Yeah, without
And
a doubt.
even Huck Finn is like subtly insulting most of the people that were alive, right? Like Huck Finn is like, "Oh gee, everything sure is fucked up, but I guess we ain't gonna do nothing about it. Oh, people sure are funny, Jim. Yeah, they are." Like, it was just subtly, just like the whole time
They sure are.
that is 90% of that book, and that the audience is the butt of that joke, right?
Yeah, without
Like,
a doubt.
I still can't believe that shit. Who was it? Dan found that shit where is it Howard Feinstein? Is that cat's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Feinstein.
It's that old clip where Dershowitz is trying to do the Mark Twain quote about Palestine, where clearly Twain was
What?
just drunk. Okay, clearly Twain was just drunk at some party and trying to get pussy. And there was like, I don't know, some girl he was trying to fuck that was interested in like foreign affairs or whatever. And he pretended to know shit about the Middle East. And he has this quote where it's like, "Why, Palestine is the most arid, blasted, desolate wasteland," or whatever. Like, so it's been quoted in multiple Zionist books, like as some kind of argument for colonization and shit and farms and shit, right? From an outside force, right? And Dersh, when he did his version of that same old fucking slop, shoveling it in there, I didn't know none of this shit. Dan fuck John looked all this shit up. Fucking Wonder Twin Powers activate on that. But I didn't know none of this shit. And so it keeps coming up. And Dersh lifted his version of it straight out of some other asshole's book where he does it all just fucking identically and shit. And this other guy just fucking eviscerates the shit out of him over it because everything about it is dog shit. Everything about it is dog shit. This is like an Americana figure that is like on a level of tomfoolery and fucking with people and trolling or whatever as P.T. Barnum is. Like Twain is interchangeable for a con man like that, like in Americana lore, right?
Right.
And they're all like, oh
Yeah.
well, here's a very astute quote from this guy about a desert nation on the other side of the world he never did. Fuck you.
He
Like,
definitely
what
saw
are you?
it daily.
Like, what the fuck are you
That's
talking
kind of
about?
what it's always been, though, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess they'll just quote who the fuck ever. Like the guy that goes the deepest and the hardest is fucking D'Souza, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Is
Aw.
the guy who will just
I walked past a drunken racist earlier today, and you know what he said? He said that Palestine, which he has never seen nor been to, or nor has any intentions of ever seeing nor going to, is a desolate wasteland, and we should just bomb the
yeah.
people there and conquer it for ourselves.
Or if somebody else wants to bomb them in a limited capacity so as to leave some of their stuff unfucked up so they can also take all of their stuff, we should let them do that too. That would also be fine.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah,
saying that
I get it.
I
I get
said
it.
that.
I get
I'm
it. I get
saying
it.
I
It's like,
heard a drunken racist say that earlier today, and I think he might
And,
have an idea.
oof.
and if there's a news article every 2 or 3 years about a revolutionary new type of bomb that's always called something different that destroys people and leaves structures standing, well, we should all ignore that. That's just a normal, natural thing to work on. I mean, why would you need that? I mean, of course we're going to knock the buildings over. It's a war. But what if we didn't have to?
What if we could reuse them? Repurpose
That is really
them,
fucked
even.
up. That is really fucked up every time that article surfaces. I think I read one once where it was called a neutron bomb, but I don't know if that's still what they call it. If there's anybody in our chat right now, they know the name of every single thing this thing's ever been called, and they're typing it to me right now, but I can't see that shit
All
right
the
now. I'm watching.
neutron bombs.
Yeah, I'm watching monsters. I'm watching monsters fight each other, and I've been jonesing for that ever since they cut us off from all the good monster fighting down here, as I have said.
You mean the Republican National Convention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we got now. That's all we got.
That's all you're allowed to do.
Get to
Legally.
Monsters
throw-
enough.
get to throw Matt Gates in a ring with fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene and see who.
Ooh, what
That's not
Pokemon
fair.
would Map Gates be?
That's not fair. Like Taylor Greene would whip all their asses with her fucking CrossFit mutant Irish ass. Gates, fuck. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I'm thinking of that brow. I'm thinking of, like, how he's always trying to, like, make the spiky hair so that it doesn't look as much like he has just a straight up Neanderthal caveman brow. Like where he just has like the most fucking aggressive brow line where he's like glowering at you and thinking about I'm thinking about like what Pokemon. There's a Pokemon, I swear to God. Isn't there like one that has kind of a duck-shaped head? Like not Psyduck, obviously. Let's save Psyduck for something really good.
Duo?
Farfetch'd.
That might be it.
Farfetch'd.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Farfetch'd, yeah. Is it
Oh,
really that
Farfetch'd.
far-fetched? Is it really that far-fetched to say that that girl told us that she was 18? She told me and Joel that she was 18, and she should be ashamed of herself.
If we get our
She
hands on a
put a
Farfetch'd,
lot
we're
of
calling
people-
it that. She said she was
Yeah,
18.
She did. She told me and Joel Greenberg that she was 18, and she shouldn't have done that. She put a lot of people at risk. This is very serious that you've done this to us, young lady.
She said she was 18 when we picked her up at the junior high.
That was not fair to us. To me, Matt Gates, and my buddy Joel Greenberg.
Yeah.
I think that's how that went. That's been a few weeks ago. I'm not 100% sure, but then nobody is. So
And no one ever will be.
Maybe he'd be
It's really-
maybe he'd be a Kangaskhan
Oh,
do you think
that's not
with
bad.
the pouch. With the pouch.
do you think if
That's
any
not his
that's
not his
pretty good
offspring.
actually. It's pretty good actually. Do you think if they had a big do you think if somebody actually was going to be held accountable for literally anything that's happened in politics in the last 10 years,
It's not that.
and they had a big election to see who it was going to be, Do you think it would be Gates? I don't think Gates has that level of clout.
You don't.
I think you're going to have most people still stuck on either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. I think that is your two least popular figures that the largest number of people would say, well, if nobody else is ever getting held accountable ever, it has to be this one person. Because I still see Hillary for prison bullshit, and I still see Trump is going to jail bullshit. Like, it is fucking July, right?
Yeah, neither
like,
of these things are happening.
That's the whole job, right?
I guess so, yeah. Is that they're invested in, one of their two teams, which is the number of teams that there are. in whatever it is. Whether it's like, politics or whatever. That's why people don't like the Olympics.
Yeah, because it's just
Why?
those two teams playing.
No, it's too many teams. It's
Oh.
confusing.
What?
They go
love
in and
the
they're like,
Olympics.
I'm gonna cheer for America. But then it's America versus like too many other teams. Confusing. Because when they get there, they
Right.
realize that half the fun of cheering for America
Yeah, they don't
is
even know half the countries.
right. They don't know them well enough to hate their guts when they're facing off against America. It's not fun. It's not like
they just
a
cheer for
rival
America
team in
against
a
England
sports
and call
league
it
or
a day.
right. Yeah.
Oh, we know
Just
that flag.
assume that it's England every time.
Ha.
Unless they're doing something cool, like Brexit if you're a Republican, or having a royal family if you're a Democrat. Unless they're doing one of those two cool things, then Britain is awesome to you. Man, they really got back into our good graces, huh? I guess all's forgiven there, huh?
Oh man. Well, this looks like this is done, so this should be the end of the bridge.
Yep. Tis the
Man,
season.
you beat the dog
There we
shit
go.
out of this thing. I mean, like, that wasn't as hard as you would have beat it if it was back when it was out and you were actively playing it and you were on like your 6th or 7th playthrough. You would have beat the dog shit out of it way harder than that. But you still beat the dog shit out of it.
I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly impressed with that last rival battle.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think
Oh,
you had
why?
it in ya. You took it away.
What? Are you kidding me, bro?
I had a moment of doubt. I apologize.
Squirtle has bite. You don't need
Fucking
anything else
yeah.
after that. Between the fucking water gun and bite, unless you're fighting a
Mhm.
lightning.
Mm-hmm.
All
He
right.
bit Pokemon Fire Red right in its stupid little dick and balls. He fucking did it.
Let's savor.
Way to go, Squirtle. Yeah, oh yeah.
This has been the Sons of Trier game night. We will pick this back up, hopefully to torment more of our wonderful friends that we love dearly.
Friends of the show.
Yep, friends of the show and all of that. This has been Cenk Engel, self-hating capitalist, and the ever-powerful Gangsta Cleese, and the Truest Horror. You can find us on Twitter and all sorts of other things. We're going to work on that, get ourselves more out there, and thank you, America.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.